Goodness. Hello?
Oh, you clicked it?
I clicked it.
I was just sitting here thinking no one was looking at me.
I just clicked it just a second ago.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me.
Well, it's happened.
You didn't
We're
warn
clicked.
me that it was happening.
You don't need the warning. We're all here. It's all
I
happened.
do need a warning. I need one more fluff. I need one more zhuzh of the hair. I need to make sure the microphone's in the correct position.
It looks like it
I need
is.
to make sure the top of my head isn't cropped off.
It has not. Okay, well, it's not going on our thing yet. So, well, hopefully it starts.
Okay, well, there's 12 people here.
I love it.
Right now,
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Hello.
Oh, here it goes. Here it goes.
Oh, there it goes.
How are we doing,
there
guys?
You go.
Looking pitiful. Written by Candy Perry.
Hey, bubble, bubble, bubble.
You know I love those bubbles. Guys,
Okay.
how are we feeling? What's
Everyone
going
good?
on? Is everyone feeling good? Feeling
I
great?
think everything's been posted.
Guys, Gaga Charli. Yes, we heard.
We heard. We didn't
watch. Even though it is the top story.
But
we heard.
we will be watching.
We will be watching.
And you can watch it on patreon.com/2GayMads.
I've been waiting to hear your thoughts. Well, you're going to have to wait a little longer, but we're going to talk about the fact that it happened.
Yeah.
Hello,
we're going to talk about the fact that it happened.
It did happen. And I mean, I've just only seen a couple of clips. I feel like maybe you've even seen more than I have.
I've seen
I don't
more
know.
than you have.
You have? Okay.
I was weak and I watched some longer.
Oh, Matthew, we're going to watch it together. Hi, I'm never here at the beginning. Excited to hear your thoughts on Gaga. Wish I was there. Sorry, we don't really have thoughts yet because we've not watched it in full.
Yeah.
But we will be watching it. So you'll hear our thoughts this week.
Yes.
At Friday time.
Friday time.
Hi, Evie. Hi,
Hello,
Olaf. Hi, Montrez.
Everyone's here.
How are we feeling? How's it going, everybody? Guys, I just put this video thing up because I was just lying on the couch like, I don't really feel like getting up just yet.
No, I guess you didn't.
Hi, Lily. Oh, let me deal with this computer. Talk to the
The
people.
dolphins are going. Screensaver. Are these AI dolphins?
No, they're real dolphins.
It could
Those
be
are-
AI.
No, they're not. They're like real videos that were taken.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I heard Benson moved
I
to
saw a
Coachella.
clip of Benson, and he was doing Bohemian Rhapsody. Sounded great.
Okay. I guess he's going for like a Freddie Mercury type style.
He
like,
sounded
thing.
great,
I'm trying
and
to
he
do that.
did a flip or two, you know, like he
I'm
wants
scared
to do.
about those flips. One day, it's not going to go well.
I know. I was shocked you guys didn't do a live reaction like Beach Hill. We used to live together.
Yeah, that's the
So
thing.
that was the
we used to be like, yeah,
difference.
sure, we can watch this concert at midnight.
Right. We have days in which we do this, and that
Yeah.
wasn't on the day.
That wasn't on the day. Yeah, that Hacks was palm to me was, I mean,
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
We'll talk about that.
I know. Thoughts on Gaga Charli? We haven't seen it.
We haven't seen that.
Just let us be, guys. Our thoughts are we're excited to finally watch it at some point, and I'm excited she's having this moment.
Some point, you mean like in a couple days?
In a couple days. In a couple days. The American crowd didn't appreciate Bohemian Rhapsody like a British crowd would have.
The Americans love and know Bohemian Rhapsody,
Yeah.
I feel like.
Everyone, I feel like it's about to be on streaming.
Yes, exactly. When I feel it. It's a Mariah Carey B-side from the Emancipation of Mimi era. It was supposed to be on the album instead of Joyride, but the sample that's used in it did not get cleared in time. And so for the 20th anniversary, Mimi 20, she's putting When I Feel It.
When I saw I Feel It's about to be on streaming, I was like, oh, she feels Gaga Charli is going to be on streaming?
Lord is Off the Beach, yes.
I know, I'm excited about that.
Do you guys feel that pop music is feeling a bit dry as far as the hits go? It's April and it's almost nothing.
Not as dry as the late 2010s, guys. Like, we got to be grateful.
Matt, do you like the Mariah Catronata remix? I like it, but it's like there aren't any new vocals, and like I think his production's so exciting a lot of the time. I think it's fine. 20 new tracks. We're worried and excited for Palmer's mental health. I mean, I know most of the tracks. We're getting one new remix of It's Like That. Everything else is previously released. And When I Feel It, which I'm excited about. But like, there are no new songs from this era that we're hearing, which, you know, we love that.
Do you?
Well, we love everybody. We love that we're celebrating.
You love that there's nothing bad on it.
Yes, there's going to be
You
nothing
love that
bad on it.
There's no bad ideas happening.
Excited for the eccentric
Yeah.
remix of It's Like That. Loved y'all's throwback video this week. Thank you. Yes, no, it was very us at the beginning of this.
I know. We're just like, let's just talk about whatever.
Let's just talk about hot guys.
Let's talk about hot guys.
I feel like our Discord friend Joe was like, I want you guys to do something because he wanted more to put the gay back in 2 Gay Mats. I was like, I think we're pretty gay
Yeah, I think we talk about some gay shit.
We do.
But Bohemian Rhapsody is universal, yeah, but I can guarantee you the U.S. audience was mute in comparison to UK crowd.
The thing is, I wonder how much of that I feel like that's such a common Coachella live stream complaint where I'm like, what is the miking like of the crowds at these things? Because like I feel like they always sound a little dim.
Yeah. I guarantee you it's the crowd was...
I bet they were having fun.
The crowd always seems not as excited when you watch a Coachella thing because I guess it's just the way the sound mixing goes.
Right.
I think it was the age demographic thing. Benson Boone has...
Young fans. Oh. Pop music in the late 2010s was so dry. I genuinely wondered what pop music was doing. It sounded like it wanted to hurt itself. It needed to go see a therapist.
And I was thinking, I was kind of just like, and also like we didn't really get huge people releasing. It's like Beyonce only had one regular studio album in the second half of the 2010s.
That's
Lady
true.
Gaga, one studio album in the 2010s.
Well, when did Star Is Born come out? Are we counting?
It's not a studio album.
I didn't know
That's
we
a
weren't-
soundtrack of a movie.
Yeah, but it's all like I don't understand why we do count Glitter and we don't count A Star Is Born.
We don't have to count Glitter. Like
I count Glitter.
Okay, well, cool, but like, I'm not counting A Star Is Born. Like, I'm just not.
If A Star Is Born sounded more like Mayhem, would you count it? Even if it was a soundtrack?
Well, because the thing is, like, it's I don't know. It's not because it was like all stuff. It's not a Gaga studio album. And there's what's his name?
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper on a bunch of songs. Like, I don't know.
Yep. I think it's so like if we're counting Whitney Houston's The Bodyguard as she won album of the year and that's her album of the year win.
But you count it as like a studio album, like
I think it has to be her album if she won an album of the year Grammy for it.
I don't know.
And
I
that
think
is
it's
less
its
of a
own
studio
thing.
album of Whitney's than A Star Is Born is of Gaga's because she's only on half the songs.
But it's not like Whitney was the only recipient of that award.
No, but she was. She wasn't, but she was.
But yeah, it's like Rihanna, one album of and never again. So it's not like a bunch of people who are like our big pop girls were releasing things in the late 2000s.
It's true.
We were trying to figure ourselves out.
A Star Is Born is Stephanie, not Gaga. Ha sue me. Tortured Poets 1 year anniversary next week. Can't wait till she drops Rep TV out of nowhere in celebration. She needs to tell us when she's going to do that.
We have
schedules.
planned.
Yes. Why is Mariah doing the 20th anniversary reissue on May 30th and not April 11th, Friday the week of the actual anniversary? I mean, she must not have gotten it. I think vinyl especially takes a long time to get those pressings ready for, sending it all out. So,
have you seen the mess going on at Coachella? Isn't it always a mess?
I feel like it always is a mess. I feel like it's just always hard to, I don't know, like to set up shop there to be, if you're sleeping on those grounds, like I feel like it's a tough thing. I'm not built for it. The long and short of it, I'm not. What do you think of
another thing with like Glitter? I think counts more because there were like music videos, like real music videos, whereas A Star Is Born didn't have like. There were like videos of clips of her
clips of the movie,
yeah, right. Like I don't remember there being like a separate music video that were promoting a song to sell the album.
Sure, but if you think about Never Too Far, that's just a clip from the Glitter film. The Never Too Far music video.
Okay, but like there was also like Loverboy.
There was,
like where A Star Is Born didn't have that. Like,
well, if that's the rule, then who knows if Chapel's ever gonna have an album again? Because she's like, I didn't have to do a video, and Good Luck Babe was huge.
People aren't doing videos anymore. It's
sad actually. I imagine you have seen Kanye. Nope. The answer is no. We have not seen Kanye do anything. Thank God.
That. You guys like Marina and the Diamonds. Her new singles have been pretty good.
That's great.
I like some of her songs on what's that one album? Electra?
Yes, Electra Heart.
Yeah,
that
Electra
had some songs we liked. We listened to another one of her albums that we did not like. What was it called?
Oh.
It was the one about politics, maybe?
There was oh God. Was it her most recent?
I don't think so. I mean, I'll look it up.
I just remember being like, I just remember being like, no, not this one.
Yeah, no.
But Electra Heart had a lot of songs that I really liked.
It did. I agree.
Those are the only two Marina songs or albums that I've listened to, except for New Lord music. I'm excited to see what it sounds like.
Yes.
Apparently, Travis Kelce was seen at Coachella.
Oh, great. Was Taylor there too? It's crazy Chapel didn't do music videos for Good Luck Babe or The Giver. It is all, I mean.
Yeah, we could have done something really fun with both of them.
I know.
But when I heard Judas in Gaga's performance, I swear I screamed.
Ancient Dreams in a Modern Land.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was.
What year was that?
That was 2022.
Yeah.
So it was her. Oh, no, she has a new album called. Wait, is it out yet? Or it's an EP or single called Cantissimo.
All right.
Oh, sorry, I had to sneeze, but it went away. Watch out, I might sneeze soon.
Okay. Benson Boone covered Bohemian Rhapsody in a jumpsuit and paid homage to Queen with Brian May, Queen's guitarist. He's only 22.
He is only 22. I mean, I think that's very cool. And he sounded great from the little clip I saw.
I need Chapel to have at least one great music video. Her current ones are so low budget.
I mean, yeah, it was her blowing up. So I assume she's going to make, I hope, a music video that's going to be like, let's use this budget.
Maybe she's just like, nah.
Come on.
Like, I'm not going to waste my money with all that if, like, it's not going to be played on, I don't know. What are the kids watching? Because all you need is, like, a part of a song to go viral on TikTok.
That's
like,
true. It's so sad.
It's so pathetic. Like, the culture needs to fix itself.
I know.
Did you see the trailer for the new Wes Anderson movie? It looks weird, but fun. Yeah, it looks great. Like, Wes Anderson.
Rep TV
like
must come out this year because it's Chinese New Year's of the Snake. I just can't imagine we're going a full year
Taylor,
without that.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing enough love for Yo Gabba Gabba at Coachella. What? Isn't Yo Gabba Gabba a kids TV show? Did I make that up?
I don't know. Benson's first album was very good. Music videos are a lost art. And it's like interesting because it's like there are artists like Tate McRae who are like, well, I have to put out a music video.
You mean this Yo Gabba Gabba? Like, I don't know how well you can see that, but it's a musical television series from 2007, or is there a band called Yo Gabba Gabba that I don't know of?
His album being called American Sweetheart or Hero is hilarious because he's Australian.
That's funny.
Maybe he like just like trolls Americans on the album. He just like kind of like,
hey, we deserve that
in every
like
song.
his American Idiot. TikTok killed the video star. Yo Gabba Gabba was my childhood. LOL, y'all were in college. Okay, don't do that.
Okay.
We know where we were in 2007. Thank you.
And that was my freshman year of college.
You were still in college.
Well, freshman year and sophomore year.
Yeah.
Both. Like, you know,
No, I know.
Okay.
We know how school
I just wanted to clarify.
We got it.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, I mean, yes, we're going to discuss Katy going to space, but there's not much to discuss.
Their Coachella set was so camp.
I mean, you guys are going to have to explain to me how this canceled children's television show had a set at Coachella because I'm lost by that.
I'll take visuals for just the bridge of the song or something. Then anything to give Chapel iconic music video like visuals.
I would love that.
If y'all need an album to react to, Benson's album drops in June.
I don't foresee us reacting to that, but you never know.
Hey.
You never know. Did you see Bernie Sanders at Coachella? I saw he was there.
Yeah,
he introduced Clairo. He was amazing. Love that.
We love getting young people
involved
now. Energized now. So 4 years from now.
Very against the current administration.
We can
vote him out. Hopefully he'll follow the Constitution and go on his own, but you never know.
We don't know what's
we don't know.
At least energize them for the 2026 midterm.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I'm energized.
Yeah. Because
Clairo had Bernie Sanders on stage. Told y'all should listen to her. Since when is Benson from Australia and he's from Washington? Okay. Trump got a big old loud boo. Good.
Good. Well, where were all of they?
All right. I assume they all voted
a few months prior.
For not him. Hopefully for Kamala. 2 years from now, midterms. Yes.
That's focus on that. Because everyone's like, who's going to run in 2028? It's like, let's focus.
Do the midterms.
Because you have no idea what can happen in 4 years. Okay.
Oh, that's funny. Have you ever reacted to a man's album live?
Yeah. We did this year. We did
Ali Alexander.
Yeah,
but that was not like live on Twitch. But it was.
Oh, we didn't do that on Twitch?
No. I don't remember. That was just us. Because we actually got the album.
A little
earlier, which doesn't happen often.
Little present.
Yes, so we couldn't really.
I still listen. That final song, Language.
It's
excellent.
Great. It's great. There are several songs on that album that are very good, and I feel like it's getting no love, and I want y'all to listen more.
We love
to it more, and I feel like he probably was a joke, but on TikTok he was like, "Guys, stream my songs so my label doesn't drop me," and I'm like, "Guys, stream his songs,
stream his fucking songs, guys." Rich people must be bored because why are they all going to space?
It's so confusing.
2026, I believe, even more important. We need to do.
Yes, that was such a great. I love great moments. Let's be real, the pop men aren't that great right now, and I'm like, when he comes back, do we engage with Mr. Styles? I have to let the Renaissance loss go.
Sure,
but I am still mad. I just hope that's clear.
Talented. I think Fine Line is a very good album.
I think so too. I like that sushi restaurant song.
Yeah, ba 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 ba, something like that. Yeah. We could dabble. We could see what he releases,
Right.
what the first single is, and
Yes.
see if it's for us.
But if Bruno comes back, we will likely listen. You know.
He has to come back first.
Yeah.
When's he coming back?
I don't know. I mean, he's dropped all those duets and things.
Yeah,
So maybe there's that I don't know.
He
I hope soon.
coming back.
What's your favorite music video of all time? For me, it's probably You and I by Gaga. She has so many I love.
That's a great question.
That is a good question. Of all time, I mean, am I allowed to pick a person I no longer listen to actively?
Okay.
Because, I mean, you don't forget the first time you saw Thriller. You just don't.
Sure.
You don't. It was great.
Sure.
But also,
But also.
I'm trying to think of which Beyonce video I should go. There's just so many great ones. You
Sure.
know?
And it's like, do we count Lemonade as one music
I was
video?
going to say, like, Lemonade.
Does Lemonade have music videos?
Yeah.
Because it's
all-
a different thing.
it's a film.
It's a different thing.
Palmer, what do you think of the new remix to Mariah's Don't Forget About Us? It's okay. It's good. I wish he re-sang it, and I wish his production was a little more interesting.
Pop music. It should be for everyone, but it's really for the girls. Well, the thing is, now it's for the girls and the gays.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's why like pop stars aren't really like pandering to straight guys anymore. Like, 'cause straight guys are not really listening to pop.
Right.
Like back in the day, like straight guys loved Britney Spears. Like they would buy Britney Spears' album. Now it's like these albums by women are being bought by girls and gays.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And it's sad. Straight guys need to be into that.
I love that you're our straight guy liaison because I truly
Like,
have
I
no
really-
idea
I
what
really-
straight guys are
I
doing,
really want
not
them to
doing.
enjoy. I really want them to like get to know Tate McRae.
Oh, did that Madonna music video win the bracket? Oh, right. They won the most iconic
Most
music
iconic
video.
music
Most
video.
iconic and favorite are different, but Like a Prayer is an excellent music video.
Oh, God, yeah.
Absolutely.
Thriller had a choke on me. I was terrified. I watched it like it was a horror movie. Damn, it's a good question. I can't think of.
What would it take to have the Mets film their live reaction to seeing Wicked Part 2 in theaters? I don't think would be fun for anyone else in the theater with us or for us. Like, we'll listen to the soundtrack after we've watched the movie and we'll do it live on
You
Twitch.
want me to like put a camera up in the theater and record myself?
That ain't happening.
Also, guys, this is me watching a movie.
I know it wouldn't be interesting looking at Matt Steele. It's like when I went to a concert with him, I went to the Mariah show and he just was like,
No, I wasn't. I was like,
and then you got up and you're like, I loved it. I was like,
I loved it. No, like,
couldn't tell.
'cause when a show is happening, I'm focused.
Oh,
and if something like emotional happens, I'm like, like,
right.
yeah.
Country is so masculine now. I hate it. Whew.
What's the USA's stance on Chris Brown over in the UK? He's fairly disliked.
I
Still
mean,
really big following.
I think there's a large chunk of us that like don't engage with him, but I do think that he is big enough now that he like sold out stadiums. Like he's on a stadium tour.
Why?
I have no idea. Because the thing is, music's not that good, especially not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are we? I don't get it.
And like I don't understand why people are riding so, because it's not like it's like Michael Jackson,
Right.
where it's like it's decades of legacy,
Right.
and the legacy is truly the greatest music and the world will ever hear.
Right.
Whereas Chris Brown was kind of just like
had
some hits for a period of
Right.
3 years.
But you know, there are people out there who say that if it weren't for what he did, his own
yeah.
actions, that he'd be bigger than Michael Jackson. And it's like, you can't be serious.
Like
there's no way you think that. There's no way. I can't imagine.
yeah. Steele in the same way. My friend was like you.
Even enjoy the
Did
concert.
you enjoy the concert? Did you guys talk about Morgan Wallen's SNL exit? Yeah, I think we talked about it
did.
last week or the week before.
He sucks.
Sucks.
Sucks. He never got jail time. Yeah, I don't know if
Chris,
I don't know if Rihanna pressed charges. She must not have.
she might not have.
Yeah.
I don't know.
NBA playoffs starting soon. Let's go Lakers. Okay, Olaf. I mean, Lakers are LA, so we love that.
Chris Brown did not make Thriller.
No,
yeah, it's like
not.
Chris Brown made very good pop music.
Yeah, With You's cute.
But like it wasn't like, oh, we're really like innovating.
Yeah, like this is like an iconic.
Like the world has
forward-thinking-
changed. Like the world didn't change
No.
for With You. Like it's just a great song.
Yeah.
You know, and he performed very well.
Some of my favorite videos are Janet's All Right, Mariah's Honey, Britney Stronger. Oh, that's a great one. And Usher, You Don't Have a Call. All good ideas. All good videos.
Chris Brown didn't even have a Confessions album, so he definitely can't be Michael Jackson.
Right.
I think Riri even forgave him, if I remember correctly.
They were getting back together for a second. But they're not together now.
They're
And she has
together
a
now.
baby.
She has 2.
Honestly, I can't even remember his hits anymore.
Yeah, with you, that's...
Run It was his first song.
Yeah.
Did he have a song? I had a song that was kind of like an "Excuse Me, Miss" kind of song, but I don't remember. Like where?
This is kind of like an "Excuse Me, Miss" song. I'm surprised that Chris Brown is doing a stadium tour. I never knew he was that big. Yeah.
I know. It's
Do
surprising.
y'all film yourself singing at concerts, or do you record much at concerts?
If I'm recording anything at a concert, it's the performer. Like we love Gen Z for some things, not last election, but for some things. But I'm certain, like, what is filming myself at a concert?
I'm not.
I'm here to see Beyonce.
Also, I don't really go to concerts. My brother was just like, "Why aren't you at Coachella? You're a music person on the internet. Why aren't you at Coachella?"
As soon as someone wants to pay for us
Yeah.
to go to Coachella and have us in the good spaces, like I don't want to be in the.
We need a few more subscribers. to
Hey,
get good
on the
spaces
way.
at Coachella.
We're on the. I will
in
do.
the box next to Taylor.
I'm certainly not going to be paying for myself to go and buying like Airbnb for $1 billion. Like that is no. Also, like we love everybody, and again, if Coachella wants to sponsor us to go, we will. But music festivals like that, it's like the number of artists I want to see needs to be so high, and it's never gonna happen.
It's like there's like 2 people
Right.
that I'm like, oh, I would enjoy
Right.
seeing this
Right.
for a cheap amount
Right.
of money.
Right.
Like it's not, concerts in general just like aren't my thing. So it takes a lot for me to go to a concert.
Yes.
Let alone Coachella.
Right. Oh, Chris Brown also had a song called Forever, I remember. A brand should have flown y'all out. I'm seeing many tiny TikTok influencers going, hey, come on, brands.
Hey, brands.
We're available. Chris Brown needs to go away for over 10 years. The thing is, I just like don't know much of his music. Like I know some of his music that happened. Like Loyal was a big hit after, the Rihanna incident. But a lot of it I just don't even know. Like I couldn't tell you if it's good or bad.
As a Gen Z, we're not good with concert etiquette.
I just don't get what you're getting out of it. Like it's like,
Yeah.
even if like I mind less when people are like filming the whole concert because it's like, okay, you want to engage.
Yeah,
When you're filming yourself, it's like, what does that do?
No. And you like post it and it's like, no one wants to see that. No one cares. Like truly, like I don't, it's like post the best picture or video of you that you have.
Right.
And then leave it.
And then that's it.
Like
You don't need to keep doing it
you
the
don't
whole
need to
night.
keep doing it. Like if I click on someone's stories and they have like a bunch of stories of a concert, I'm looking at the first story. And then if I see the second, third, fourth are the same thing over and over again, I'm not watching the rest of the stories. Like I truly don't
Right.
care. No offense to anyone.
Yeah, he's skipping your stories, guys, is what he's saying.
Yeah, sorry.
By the way, most Gen Z did not vote for Trump. Did most Gen Z men vote for Trump? Did I make that up?
I still want to say the majority still did not.
Okay, all right. We love that.
But far higher of a percentage did than has before.
Right.
Same with some other demographics.
Oh, it seems like decrease in voter turnout for sure.
Yeah. That too. Let's not forget. Listen, don't make me scold y'all.
I know.
Don't make me scold y'all on the World Wide Web again.
Not again. Every year when I see clips of Zendaya guesting for The Weeknd at Coachella, it's so weird. Did they do a song together? I didn't know that. Clairo has some great songs. Probably an unpopular opinion. I love going to a concert twice. Once for videos and a second to live the moment. That's funny.
That's cute.
I mean, and hey, if you've got the money for
got
that,
the time and
best
money.
of luck. And also go to patreon.com/TKMats. For much cheaper than a concert ticket, you get so much bonus content.
Gen Z white men voted for Trump, but so did every white man in every age demographic.
Okay.
In the gay demographic?
But to Gen Z, yeah. I mean, the thing is, we just thought the Gen Z was not going to do that. So yes, it was a surprising number. The millennials were more liberal than the Gen Zs, and that was surprising. That was a surprise.
We remember.
We do remember.
We remember 2016.
We do.
Remember what happens when you fuck around.
Listen to Folklore recently, Justice for Cardigan and Exile. Oh, Exile's great.
Exile's great. Yeah.
Yeah. The worst part is I don't have the money. My credit is not so cute. Oh, no.
Okay, well, we need you to hold off on going to concerts twice.
It's true.
You know?
It's true. One night only.
Well, yeah.
That's all we have to spare.
Blame the straight white men that were You know.
I wish Usher had performed in stadiums in his prime. Confessions was astronomical. It really was. Giant era for him right before Mariah's emancipation. Which is the fact that it's been 20 years.
Yeah, we're old. We're old. It's fine. It's fine.
Like, and again, makes sense. Going to my 20th high school reunion right now. It was my senior year when it came out, but like I just can't.
The thing that makes me feel okay about it being 20 years since Emancipation is that at the time I was not tuned into music at all, so I had no idea that it was happening.
I remember
at the time
listening to The Leak and being like, oh, it was like just those first few songs in a row where I'm like, bitch, are you fucking kidding with how good this is? Like,
and then at what point were you just like,
say something?
paying
Which
off,
I had heard, I think, a clip of by then, and I was like, this is fine.
paying off half my student debt this month by years of
Yes.
saving and working full time. After that, I'm going to
all the concerts.
But
Good for
hey,
you.
if you're paying half of it off, that's an achievement.
Yeah.
If y'all toured the country with y'all's live shows, which cities would you like to go?
Well, we're going to New York. So you guys should click the link in the info section if you are in the tri-state area and want to see us on August 30th at 7 p.m. at The Caveat. We're going to be having a lovely, wonderful time.
Jake Price, straight white man, voted for Kamala. We love you,
thank
Jake.
you, Jake. We
Doing
love
God's
that.
work.
It's like that deserved a higher peak than 16. I mean, yes, but also we need to note we were coming off of Charm Bracelet, guys. Like we were coming off. I think Mariah's
The
last,
world had to be reminded.
like Through the Rain peaked at 81.
That's
so
rough.
And that was the first single. There were follow-up singles. They were all bumbling under. So we took that 16 with pride. Oop.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Do you think we'll get a Gaga concert in movie theaters?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome. The crowd in Coachella is so boring. Oh, Lord.
Are they?
I mean, apparently they were, but
If they're all just filming themselves, yeah,
I know
they
that's
probably
because
are
they're all
boring.
just like,
Yeah.
my angles.
Did you guys get Gaga tickets? I'm trying to get some.
After seeing, no, I think the Coachella set will be our mayhem ball. But I'm glad the people who've gotten tickets got them because I feel like it was not easy.
No.
Not easy because she's not doing stadiums. She's doing arenas, so not easy.
I'd be looking at the X polls with you. 18 to 29s voted for Harris the most. The most, I believe, but 18 to 29s always vote.
And when we were 18 to 29,
it was
better. It was better.
yeah.
I imagine it's not a fan favorite. Oh, I love Beautiful by Mariah Miguel. Absolutely.
Loved y'all's reaction to Ariana's short film, specifically when he said, yes, the colorette.
That was my favorite
I have
part.
to put that on Instagram.
That was very funny.
It's so
It just
good.
is like, how much time do you two queens
I
spend
know.
together?
But also we love a good color. Like to me, that is magic.
It's important. Do you know how long it took me to get the color right on these lives? But
Yeah.
man, it looks great now.
I know.
Man, it looks great now.
I know.
I know what you want peaked at 3. It's true, but that was a Busta Rhymes song featuring Mariah. It wasn't quite. And again, it was building off of the era. So I'm glad that happened. It opened the door for
So
emancipation.
do you not count Rihanna's features?
I wish I could not, but Billboard counts them, and so that's why she has like 14 number ones or whatever.
All
She's
right.
on our heels.
All right. Oh,
Have you guys ever seen Gaga live? Yes,
I
we've
did.
both seen Gaga live.
Yeah, but I saw the Joanne tour because my 17-year-old coworker in 2017 or whatever it was, she loved Lady Gaga and she turned 17 and she had like a sweet 17, which okay, because she didn't have a sweet 16.
Let her have
and
it,
so
yeah.
all of us at my restaurant put money in to buy her a pair of tickets to Joanne, the Joanne tour, so she could bring a friend. Apparently, none of her friends wanted to go with her, so she was just like, "Do you want to go?"
And you could be the
with me?"
chaperone.
And I was just like, "Wait, none of your friends want to go? They don't want a free ticket?" And she was like, "No." And I figured out of everyone else I knew, you would appreciate it the most. Also, my parents would love if I went with a chaperone, like an older person. And I was just like, my
Iconic.
29-year-old self brought my 17-year-old friend.
Good for
to
you.
See the Joanne tour. We had a great time.
I saw her at the Monster Ball in Boston back in like 2009, 2010, something like that.
I saw her in 2010 as well at Carnegie Hall for a Save the Rainforest benefit, and she was with Elton John. She performed with Elton John.
What'd she sing?
I forget. I completely forget. It was an amazing concert. It was Elton John, her, Bruce Springsteen showed up, Shirley Bassey.
Oh, wow.
Like people showed up for this. It was tickets that were bought by my boyfriend at the time's ex-boyfriend. Parents as his graduation present.
Oh, that's nice.
And we broke up shortly before we went to see it.
Oh, right. Then didn't
but
you
we
go?
still went together.
And was his parents there too? And you guys had
No.
Oh.
His parents weren't there.
There was something where you saw his parents after the breakup and had to fake that y'all were still together or something. Did I make that up?
That was at graduation.
That was.
That was a graduation.
Did you do that with your parents too? Like
Yeah, we like pretend like
Why?
Because
you didn't want to make it a
we
thing.
were still like trying to like figure out like what are we doing?
Right.
Is this going to be a breakup type
Yeah.
thing? Yeah. But
I mean, I guess good thing you're both acting students.
oh,
If it were me, I'd be like, oh, yeah, things are really good.
whatever, it's fine. We had a great time at that concert.
Emancipation of Mimi was the first time I really heard of her. To many of us, we thought she was new, but she was iconic for 15 years. She was. Yes, she was. Oh, that was a great year. That was a great, because everyone counted her out. Everyone did.
Everyone counted her out, guys.
I saw Gaga before she became big in Toronto in a club singing Just Dance and ended up, she fell off the stage. Oh no, that's too bad.
Sometimes you fall off the stage. The best of the best do it.
Yes, we've all been there.
And she probably got back up and was just like, what? I did that on purpose.
Yes, it was performance art.
Oh my God.
Pop music will never be lowbrow.
Oh my God. I love her.
And yes. What's not to
This
love?
whole era, I'm just like, I love her.
I mean, it makes you remember
It makes you, yeah.
what it all was.
And
How
it
we
just
got here.
reminds you, no one's doing it like this.
They really aren't.
Like,
they really aren't.
we love the kids, but
this is
a
and
professional.
it's like this. At least now that you're seeing this era, you see why we were so.
yes.
I saw people arguing about what Coachella set was better, Gaga or Beyonce. The thing is, I've only seen clips of the Gaga one, but it's like it seems like we're doing completely different,
Very
things.
different things.
So
And it's still fantastic.
yeah, and
So-
shouldn't we just be so happy that we got these iconic sets in the same lifetime?
But we haven't seen it yet, so
haven't.
we'll see.
It's insane and unheard of how much Mariah accomplished with the Emancipation of Mimi, and she was 15 years. It really is wild. Like I feel like there are some ways that era was her most successful, and that again, 15 years after.
That's crazy.
After, yeah, it's really something.
The Gaga era, this Gaga era feels nostalgic yet current.
Right, solidifying her legend status.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in a way her Emancipation of Mimi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's so beautiful.
Right. I think maybe the Emancipation sound for Mariah was more different than the Mayhem sound is for Gaga.
Oh, sure.
But
it's so scary because it's like, well, but Gaga's not that deep into her. Oh no,
Yeah.
it's the same amount of time. Because in like 2005, 15 years was most of my life.
right, it felt like forever. And now
it's just like, well, Gaga's still a new artist. No.
Wild. Which, by the way, I'm going to need us as a culture, as society, tell your straight friends, we all need to pick a Gaga song that's not Die With a Smile off this album and make it a giant hit. Because I'm still mad that Abracadabra did not make it top 10.
All of you.
So we can all pick a different song, even if it's How Bad Do You Want Me, which I still am confused by. We need a giant hit from this era. I need it.
Yeah.
All right? That's
Because this era can't be represented by Die With a Smile. This album is too good.
It is. And I know y'all like it.
It's nice. It's a lovely song. I have nothing bad to say about
Right.
it other than that it should not represent the era.
Right.
I actually feel like what Gaga is doing right now is like Mariah in 2005. In
Yeah,
terms of
look at
growth
us. We
trajectory,
see each
not
other.
sound, showing the kiddies how it's done. Yeah, it's a reminder of just like, glad you children have had your fun.
While I've enjoyed all of her albums, Mayhem feels like the one I've been waiting for since Born This Way. I completely agree.
Well, Gaga said she's just getting started. Our future's looking bright.
Abracadabra is very loved in the UK, yes. Oh, she doesn't do Love Drug? You know, I've been banging on about Love Drug for
R.I.P.
weeks. Shit.
R.I.P.
Damn
Is
it.
Love Drug the only song that she doesn't do?
I saw she did 11 songs.
Okay.
So there are others she doesn't do.
I'm assuming she doesn't do The Beast.
She does. She does.
I'm a Beast defender, but even I would.
I assume she doesn't do
Weird.
Blade of Grass.
Wait, you mean she does 11
Mayhem songs.
Mayhem songs?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess she doesn't do Blade of Grass.
Yeah.
Does she do Blade of Grass?
That she do. Someone tells us if she does Blade of Grass.
I saw the ending
Steal.
of Garden of Eden, and I went, oh! I saw that final moment.
I didn't
And I was like,
see.
oh!
I just saw she was walking with a guitar doing it, which I thought was cool, but I didn't see the end.
Have you seen what she does during Zombie Boy?
No,
It's
no. I'm so excited.
it's so fucking stupid and great. Like, it's so stupid and great.
I can't wait.
Hi, Mother. My mother's here.
The Beast is the best song on the album.
All right, Andre.
We love takes.
I like I'm happy the Beast is there, but like if we had to.
Yeah. Agreed. Garden of Eden should be the next single. Okay, maybe it will be.
I'll
great.
take you to the Garden of Eden.
Great.
What a song.
All right.
All right, do
Are
we
we
do the
ready?
thing?
Let's do the thing.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, Lord. There you go.
Boom. Guys, we just got back from Gaga Charli. We're here. We're dirty. We're disgusting. We're sweaty.
Didn't know we were going to be lying today on the podcast. That's not really my vibe.
Listen, my brother yelled at me today. He was like,
Yes.
why aren't you at Coachella right now? All the music influencers are at Coachella. And I'm like, first of all, if you know the 2 Gay Mats brand, you would know that we are 2 friends with different interests who educate each other about our own respective interests. We're not just music.
Yes, but if any brand wants to pay us to go to Coachella, we'll be there with bells on. But until then,
I won't be happy.
I mean, we won't be happy, but
I'll pretend like I'm
we'll
happy.
see Gaga. You'll pretend.
I'll pretend.
You're good at that.
I am, aren't I? I am an actor.
But until we are paid to go, we'll be here.
We'll be here
Behind the
watching
microphone.
live stream for the one artist we want to see.
Exactly. Because festivals, there's just so many artists.
There's so many people
I know,
in
it's a lot.
general.
And it's so hot.
It's
hot here in LA.
It's so hot, and you're so far away from that stage.
I know.
Blech.
But please pay for us to go. Okay, I'll do it. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I told you that I'm going to get a Switch 2 and I'm going to make you play it for
Yeah,
a
you
2 Gay
told
Mats
me
video.
that. Yeah.
Like, it's going to be great.
You told me that.
So get ready to play some Mario Kart World Tour, whatever it is. We're playing.
Okay. I haven't listened to the album. My favorite Gaga clip I've heard from your video review of the album was that sounded like a Taylor Swift. Amazing.
Yes.
I'm still here. Don't count me out moment. Yeah. I wonder what Gen Z girlies will have that in 2030.
I know, right?
2030.
Maybe Olivia Rodrigo.
Sure.
But would we ever counter out?
Where's Black Panther?
Oh, yeah. Black Panther usually is in the chat. Maybe they're at Coachella. You never know.
You never know.
Okay. Do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
I'll start.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another 2 Gay Mats, the podcast. It's Matt Steele.
And it's Matt Palmer.
And it was such a peaceful, slow week for
I
me.
love
I did
that.
nothing except for like work and
Yes.
stuff, but it's Coachella week.
Yes.
And it is famously at my restaurant the slowest week of the year. Like
Oh,
the slowest
that's
2 weeks of the year.
nice.
So slow. I'm just standing at work thinking about my life and just breathing and not having to worry about anybody or anything. And then
Yeah.
like one customer comes in and I'm like, who the hell is this? Why aren't they at Coachella?
I know.
I'm pissed. And then I walk out of the restaurant with like $15 that I've made for the whole shift. And I'm like, God damn it.
Wait, I was just thinking about it. Since Coachella is 2 weekends, do you think during the week traffic might be a little bit less bad because some people are going to be staying in the Coachella area? Because this week, I'm having some on-sites and I have to drive to El Segundo. And
Yeah.
if you're on the east side of LA, you're going to know that's quite the trek.
Yeah.
And so maybe during
the
traffic
morning rush
won't
hour.
be as bad because Coachella.
Maybe because people are all sort of like going there on different days. Like they're probably scattering. Oh, I'm going to arrive on Wednesday. Or I'm
Right.
going to arrive on this day, whatever. Or I'm going to leave Coachella on Wednesday. You know,
Right.
so I think you might have a little bit of luck.
I'm hopeful because I am not looking forward to like an hour and 15 minutes in the car, but every day, just one way. But again, I realize that's what a lot of people who commute to their jobs every day go through this every day. But I'm very sensitive.
But
That's
you're
hard for
different
me.
from most people.
I
You know,
am.
you're special.
I should be allowed to stay in this room, these 4 walls for the rest of my days.
Yeah, and
you
because
know
that won't drive you fucking insane.
No way.
This is why I can't work from home.
Oh.
I cannot be in the same room. Get out of here.
I love it.
I hate
'Cause
working
then
in
it's
the
like,
room where I sleep.
Guess I'll go to the bathroom. Well, I'm not in the room I sleep, so it's a little different.
If
Yeah.
I were to work at home, I would need like a little office
Yes.
situation.
Totally.
And even then, I'd still just be like, get me to a boba place.
A Boba place would be fine,
Yeah.
but like an actual office, pass.
I like talking and mingling amongst the people.
I have my headphones in. Sorry, that's me working in an office.
But Matt Palmer, what else did you do this week?
What else did I do this week? I mean, nothing too incredibly crazy, except, I did my taxes because it is time for that. It is,
Yay, we love contributing to society.
Absolutely.
Yay. But the actual act, I'm sure at the time of doing it is like, oh, this is boring.
It's
and
just, yes, it's
stressful.
like a treacherous moment because it's
Yeah.
like we all know the last thing we want to do is like raise any flags with what we do and like get audited. So I was doing everything I could. And like as much as the success of 2 Gay Mats and our Patreon in this past year has been an absolute blessing, gotta tell you.
Yeah.
You don't realize when you're so used to a W-2 job that withholds the taxes,
Yeah.
how when you get Patreon payments that do not withhold the taxes.
Yeah.
Those taxes come back to bite.
And, we anticipate it. We were just like, making a little more money this year. We are now, according to my brother, music influencers. And so it's like, we're anticipating having to pay a little higher amount and everything because it's not taking out of our.
Well, the thing is, I wasn't. And so this year I will, but I kind of didn't think about it.
Oh, I see. I've been preparing
I have things in savings. It's fine. That's what savings is for. So it didn't shake the world, but I hadn't mentally gotten there. I was just like, oh yeah, well, I'm making more money at my day job. I'm sure the withholding will cover a good bit of that. When you move into a certain bracket because of the combined income, there's more income that you need to be paying with taxes. And in the upcoming year, I'm considering doing the quarterly pay a little bit of tax at a time, just so I don't find myself in the situation again. But again, we're very millennial right now. We're at a point in our careers where this is the kind of conversation we have. But that was a moment to reflect for me. Yes.
And I am very happy that you're making a living. You're able to pay your rent.
I am too.
And all that.
Yes.
And I guess when they say eat the rich, they're talking about you.
Well, no, I am nowhere near that 1% we're eating. I am still very much in the 99, so we're good.
Okay.
Also, a very big, good, positive thing happened to me this week. I went on a run, and because I'm trying to add more cardio into my workout regimen, I went on a run out in my neighborhood. Maybe it was in the evening because I like to wait till the sun's beginning to go down.
You get itchy.
I get itchy, the sweating. So I was on a run, and I stopped at a light, and a person came up to me in headphones. They were kind of looking at me, kind of talking to me as if oh, I need directions was the vibe I was getting. So I take out my AirPod as I'm waiting for the light to change, and I'm like, yeah, what's going on? How can I help you? It's like, oh wow, I love that you're running. That's so amazing. Are you a runner? I was like, oh no, I'm actually out of practice. I haven't run in a while. I'm trying to get back into it. It's like, oh really? You look like you run.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, well, thank you. No, I don't. I'm just trying to get back into it. You know how it is, just trying to stay healthy. And he was like, oh, well, it's doing wonders for you.
Oh.
And then as the light changed, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta run. Thanks. And then he's like, stay sexy.
Oh and my God. Okay. Matt Palmer getting hunted down on the street by sexual predators.
Look, and not at all. This was just a nice person who, again, had the...
Shot their shot.
And I respect it. And I feel like as a person who's been in a long-term, monogamous, loving, wonderful relationship, it's, sad but true. Getting a little bit of outside validation. It's like, oh,
yeah.
Do I still have it? I felt like, in a much less creepy way, the dad from Fun Home when he's like, I could break a little heart or two or whatever.
Oh.
So it was nice to be like, oh, I still look good for my age.
Oh no, if I come here one day and Jackson's just washing a single dish, singing Days and Days and Days at some point, I'm gonna be like, oh no, it's gone awry.
You will not. That won't happen. Do not fret. Honestly, the first thing I did is I came out, I was like, you won't believe what happened. Someone hit on me, and he's like, oh my God, that's amazing.
And Jackson's like, that's right, baby.
So
you're my sexy man.
It was a moment of oh yes, it's good to be able to be, still looking good, still trying, because we're closer to 40 than 30.
Yeah.
And so it's nice to get that, feedback from the public that things are still holding up.
Yeah,
exactly. How was your week?
My week was good. Speaking of you, gallivanting with other men.
Not what happened.
I had you were in 2 of my dreams last night.
Was I really?
Yes. The first dream, you and I were going on Survivor together, as a duo.
Oh shit!
And it was us, and in my dream in this world, I had already been on Survivor, and it was all repeat cast members, but you had never been on Survivor before, and so all of these old cast members were coming in, and I was like, oh my God, it's so good to see you. And then I introduced you to everyone as my boyfriend.
Oh my gosh.
This is my boyfriend, Matt. And they were like, oh my God, Matt, it's so nice to meet you.
Okay.
And everything. And then I woke up and I was like, that wasn't right. That's not it.
No, that's not our relationship.
I know, but in my dream, you were, I guess at this point, we're legally
we're certainly in a partnership
of some kind.
Some kind, yes.
But then I went to sleep and I had a dream about you and Jackson.
Good.
We were not in a throuple. Guys,
close one.
I know everyone was excited, but no, you and Jackson said, hey, Matt, do you want to go to this thing with us, this event?
Okay.
We won't tell you what it is, but you just want to go? And I was just like, yeah, sure, why not? And then you sat me down in this place, and this woman interviewed me, and she started showing me pictures of guys.
Okay.
And she was like, how do you feel about this guy? How do you feel about this guy?
Was it a speed dating event or
And I realized that you and Jackson had brought me to a matchmaker.
Oh,
and
wow.
I was pissed. And I was just like, They think I can't get a boyfriend on my own.
Oh my
And
goodness.
I felt so bad because all of the guys that the lady was showing me were like guys that I was not very attracted to, like very like real hardcore like party guys.
Oh,
and I was
okay.
just like, cute, but like I don't see this as a match and everything.
Yeah.
And so I had to lie to her and be like, cute. And every guy she was showing me was the same type of guy, and I was just like, cute.
Jonathan Bailey types, because we know you're not into that.
They were not Jonathan Bailey types, darling. But and I felt so bad because I was like, oh my god, Matt Palmer and Jackson probably paid all this money to like hook me up with this matchmaker. And those people are expensive.
They are.
Because they're used by rich people who are in different tax brackets than either of us.
Yes.
And so and I remember being like, they probably dropped all this money, so I have to make the matchmaker feel like she's doing a good job. So I just told her I liked all the guys. Those were my dreams.
Interesting.
I didn't do anything interesting this week, so you got the dreams, I guess.
I'll take that.
And I famously say on this podcast that I don't care about other people's dreams, and here I am
making everyone listen to yours.
Listen to my dreams.
But hey, at least I was in it.
Yeah,
I like that part.
They were stories about our friendship,
Absolutely,
and possible future couple.
And hey, look, if maybe the first dream is some version of the future, and if it winds up that we both get on Traders, great. That sounds like something
That's actually kind of.
That's something I'm interested in.
And now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably because in my head, fresh in my head, was the video we just did where we're showing each other guys. Being like, do you think he's cute? The blind ranking of our celebrity crushes video that we did. So that's probably why that matchmaker dream.
That's true, especially because you were editing that, and so you're looking at that.
Girl, let me tell you, took my entire Friday.
It did.
It took a long time.
Did you put? I haven't watched it yet, but did you put pictures of all the guys as we talked about them, or not really?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh well, that's
darling. I love a little picture moment so people can have a visual.
It's gonna take a while. That's gonna take a while.
It sure does.
That was a fun video to do.
Yeah.
Okay, should we jump into the news for idiots?
Okay.
Let's do it. So, top of the news is that Coachella is happening this weekend. We were not there because no one flew us out there to be there. But I've heard from my friend Ernesto, who is there on the ground, that it has been amazing, amazing moments. He was very high on the Charli XCX performance. I think she brought out Troye Sivan, Billie Eilish to do their remix of Guess With.
Okay.
And brought out Lorde to do Girls So Confusing.
That's cool. That's fucking cool.
If there's a live performance I am dying to see, it is the two of them singing that song. We're not like completely brat pilled, but that song, that remix, I think is an absolute masterpiece.
And I mean, Lorde is like, let me put myself out there more because Lorde hinted at new music.
Hello.
She's off the beach.
She's on the streets. She's off the beats and on the streets.
Fuck sand. Why have sand when you can have pavement?
Yes.
Below your feet, Lorde. And I'm very happy.
Did you watch the TikTok?
A little bit.
I did. I kind of didn't watch because, just in case she comes out with something soon and we want to be listening to it together.
I
for
listened
the
to
first part.
a little bit of it.
Right.
And I was like, and then I realized what it was. And I was like, oh, no.
And it sounds good.
It sounds we're not at the beach.
I love to not
I
be
didn't
at the
listen
beach.
to it long enough for it for me to gauge like, is this good or is this not? So we'll see.
I'm excited because it's like I'm kind of wondering who's going to come next. Obviously, Miley Cyrus's album comes out on the 30th of May, but I'm like, I need another lady in the pipeline.
Yeah.
And obviously something else coming out on the 30th of May. If you have not heard, Mariah Carey's Mimi 20 Collector's Edition, the Ultra Platinum Edition, the 20th anniversary of the emancipation of Mimi, actually was on, I want to say it was Saturday, was the 12th of April. Mm-hmm. And so it has been 20 years since the album that features It's Like That, We Belong Together, Shake It Off, Don't Forget About Us, Get Your Number if you're in the UK. Lots of great Say Something, lots of great singles and Say Something. And I just am so excited because I did the pre-save on Spotify. Total number of songs. How many songs do you think are on this this repackaged edition?
45.
You know exactly how many, didn't you?
No.
Oh, it's 40. Okay, I was like, that might be exactly right. No, it's 40.
I just threw a number out there.
That's amazing. But yes, so there are going to be 40 tracks, including the first
That sounds like a regular Taylor album, honestly.
But again, I think we've kind of finagled and figured out, as the Lamely is wont to do, what the other tracks on. It's mostly remixes we've already heard. But she did put out a new remix of Don't Forget About Us, which was done by Kate Renata. Very cool, queer, black DJ remixer producer. And then there's going to be a new It's Like like that remix by Eccentric, I think the producer's name is. So I'm excited for that. All the other remixes, I think, are things that are readily available to the lambs, except When I Feel It. It was a bonus track that was supposed to be on the album back in 2005, but there were sample clearance issues, and so it got replaced by Joyride, and so we'll finally get that on streaming, which is exciting because it wasn't included on the rarities. Long story short, May 30th is going to be a big day for artists with the initials MC.
Okay.
All right.
How many artists?
Miley Cyrus and Mariah Carey.
That's okay.
So the both of them are going to be releasing something. And Mariah has been doing interviews promoting this release and has been asked about new music. She says she's working on something she can't talk about.
I can't talk about it.
She also kind of hinted about, hey, if I get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, maybe you guys are going to hear some of that chick music.
Oh my God.
Sooner rather than later.
Oh my God.
Which I feel like we deserve to hear that. So if you're out there, Hall of Fame voters, please.
How many are there?
I feel like a lot.
Okay.
So someone could be listening.
Someone has to be listening.
Yes.
Yes.
So yes, When I Feel It is coming to streaming along with a lot of new remixes. Well, one new remix and a lot of old remixes from that era that are excellent. Also at Coachella, obviously, Gaga was the headliner on Friday. Mm-hmm. And I have watched a couple of clips that have, gone past me on TikTok, on Threads, on whatever social media app I am looking at the time. And man, oh man. It feels like this was not the remember when she was I think she did a Coachella, a mini set when she was recording that scene for A Star Is Born because they let her use the grounds for that.
I vaguely remember this, but I don't.
But this is not that.
No, we are in an era where we are Lady Gaga. There are set pieces to this. It's like we're in a sandbox with skeletons. We are doing batshit crazy things, stuff that feels like it should be this is reserved for a VMA performance.
Right.
All of these cool, interesting, insane things that Gaga is known to do.
Yes.
All in one this. It's if the Coachella show is this, what's the tour gonna be like?
I know. I think the theatricality of everything that I've seen from this performance is just through the roof. Really the Gaga that we fell in love with back in our heyday of 2009 to 2011. She is doing it not just in the music of Mayhem, but also in the live performance.
I know.
And we have not watched it in full yet. We're going to watch it for the YouTube and for the Patreon this week. So I can't wait to sit down and watch 2 hours of Lady Gaga.
I know. I've watched a couple clips.
Stop watching them.
I'm stopping. But I just had to, yesterday, peek at a couple. And the things I saw were just so weird. And I was like, baby, I love you. And we were talking in the live stream earlier. This feels like her emancipation of Mimi era because she is 15 years into her career, which is crazy to say because to me it's Gaga's still so new.
Yes.
But it's first of all, she is still young.
Yes.
But it really feels like it's we're coming back. Guns blazing, we're busting down the door, reminding you, no, I am one of the greatest artists that's out there.
So does that mean in 3 years we will be in our Emancipation of Mimi era? Because 2 gay mats.
We haven't hit a slump, though.
That's what I was thinking. We haven't had a charm bracelet era.
We haven't had a charm bracelet era.
But maybe that's coming next year. Who knows?
We never know. 2026 could be our worst year. Please don't let us flop.
No, we're not. I don't foresee us flopping, but I just love that we have experienced Gaga through so many different stages of her career. And now she's at this point where she's rising like a phoenix and doing the theatricality and the pop music that we fell in love with.
And it all just meshes. The sound, the music, the visuals, her energy just matches. Because remember when she had to perform A Star Is Born stuff and everything, and she would perform some regular performances of Shallow with her and Simple and everything, and it was lovely, of course, obviously, because she's someone who can do very well stripped down piano and everything. But then sometimes I'm talking a Grammy performance of Shallow where it's just where she just decides to go insane, because you can just feel her being I want to be that again because this feels so me and cathartic. But it didn't match the tone of the song Shallow. So it was Gaga, I'm loving this because it's batshit crazy, but what are we doing here?
What does this have to do with the song?
So it's we're back to this is my music and these are the visuals and it's all just making so much sense. And she seems so happy and so confident. And I just look at her and I'm just like so proud of her.
Right.
Because she's done it all with just such a wonderful attitude.
Yeah.
Where you can't help but root for her. And she's just always so passionate and lovely about every era of her life, even if it's not the most successful project that she takes on and everything. She always has such a great attitude about it. And so to see a project be so like critically successful and loved by the fans, I'm just so happy for her. And I'm just like, I watch it and I'm like, Stephanie Germanotta, you will always be famous.
Yes. It's also just funny to me, like, imagine my surprise. Matt Steele, who famously is like, every concert is the same, just different scaffolding. I get a text from Matt Steele being like, have you seen the clips of Gaga at Coachella? Like, we must watch this together. It's unbelievable. I'm like, who is this? Who has broken into your phone? I've never seen you this excited about a concert, like live performance.
Except for the Spice Girls reunion. And that's because it was the Spice Girls reunion.
Of course.
And like Coachella.
Yes.
Like,
and the fact that we have gotten to live through Coachella and whatever the hell Gaga's doing.
People are watching this and they're just like, oh, this is like up Coachella standard, like its level of performance. Like, so I'm excited to see, and it seems very different.
Yes.
Like Coachella has just such a clear, concise vision.
Yes.
It's just so brilliant.
Yes.
Like the HBCU energy, like the band, the entire ensemble in that like sleek bleachers moment.
All yellow or all pink?
All yellow or all pink, like jerseys. And like just fabulous and performing her almost entire discography.
Exactly.
When you thought it was going to be like a 40-minute set and it's like, 2.5 hours later. But like the Mayhem one, it just feels like there's so many brilliant, exciting ideas that are coming from her. So I'm excited to see that. I am happy that we live in a world with both.
Yes. So. All right. So I guess we'll be watching it. We'll be discussing it with, more information this time next week and on Patreon and YouTube before then. Second story is a confusing one that I kept seeing, but I was like, what is happening here? But I think it's time we finally talk about it because Gayle King.
We want to wish her well. We want to wish them all well.
We do. Gayle King and Katy Perry are among the 6 women that are going into space, and apparently this is happening on Monday. The next group of celebrity space tourists are days away from blasting off above Earth's atmosphere on a Blue Origin rocket to witness a view only a few other civilians have ever seen. And this is what? An all-woman crew. It includes Katy Perry, Gayle King. They didn't even name the other ladies, but there are other 6
I'm
other
sure they
ladies.
are all women who are scientists.
Yes.
I at least hope there's a scientist in there.
I pray.
Okay, there's an astronaut in there.
The vehicle they'll ride to orbit, Blue Origin's New Shepard, is the same one that 48 others have rode to space on the 10 previous human space flights from the company's West Texas facility. Okay. The New Shepard's maiden voyage was in July 2021 with Jeff Bezos, who also owns the space technology company. Ooh, I know Katy. I don't know. I feel like Katy and Amazon have some sort of connection because that Christmas song of hers that I think is actually really good, A Cozy Little Christmas, was an Amazon Music exclusive for years. Oh. I think it's on Spotify now, but I think she and the Bezoses are. There's got to be a connection there. But I just am, okay, I was more concerned because I was like, I need Gayle King and Katy Perry on the ground. I need them safe and sound. And like, I was just nervous because when you hear space flight, you think, are they going to float away? Is this going to be like that Sandra Bullock movie? Gravity. I don't need that for them. But then I read just now in this USA Today headline, it's an 11-minute flight.
Yeah.
They're going to be fine.
We're just doing an arch up, and then we're going back down.
If you've been to St. Louis, you've seen an arch. If you've seen McDonald's, you've seen an arch.
Yeah.
You can do an arch.
Yes. The thing is, like, it's interesting because I hear, like, this spaceship, rocket, plane, whatever, has taken 48 trips. So I'm like, okay, this thing is, like, tried and true. It's gone off without a hitch and everything. But also, are spaceships like cars? Like, it's like once they get to a certain mileage, they peter out?
That I don't know.
And I don't know if I should be worried or not. I hope everyone goes up, makes the arch, takes whatever pictures they want to take.
Right.
I hope that Katy gets whatever content she wants out of this, has the cathartic life experience that maybe she'll be enlightened in some sort of way.
Right.
I hope she experiences that spiritual whatever and comes down. And maybe the new atmosphere will like make something like click in her brain and she'll be like inspired or something and she'll release the best album of her life afterwards.
Would be something.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Do you think she's going to perform E.T. while in space?
The thing is the whole flight 11 minutes, or are they like they get up to space and then they're up there for 11 minutes and then they come back down?
I feel like you got to be up there for like. I feel like so much of takeoff would be in that 11 minutes, but I don't know. I don't know the details of the 11 minutes. But ET's pretty short. Even if she just needs the 4 minutes while they're really up there to do it, she could do it. I just hope she's not up there doing Woman's World because don't. Make the aliens hear that. E.T. Let's do E.T. It's on theme. It's a great song.
The world's already like almost at war. Like we don't need the other planets getting involved. Being like, why?
What is woman? This song sucks. Right. We don't want the alien two gay mats up there.
E.T. classic.
Oh,
so yeah,
original version, not the one featuring someone else.
But the thing is, if I was in outer space, well, first of all, I would never,
of course,
because that's my biggest fear. Y'all know. But I imagine there's so much stimulation happening. Like, would I have the concentration level to perform E.T.?
I mean, I think Catherine would do it. I do. Right. I think this would be a moment for her. She's trying to grab back those headlines. She's going on that Lifetime's tour pretty soon.
Remember when Lady Gaga was going to go in space and do the first outer space concert? I mean, Protozoa found dead.
And I remember when Lance Bass was going to go into space. That didn't happen either.
No, but Katy Perry's actually doing it.
We'll see. The thing is, by the time, if you're listening to this on Monday, you'll know if she did it or not. Because it's happening tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to believe it's going to happen. We're going to believe everything's going to be okay. Keep Gayle safe. Katy too.
Yeah.
But Gayle's...
I just love how it's like Katy Perry and Gayle King.
I
like
know.
The two most random people you could possibly imagine.
Both women.
Both women?
Both women.
All women crew.
Yes.
We love it.
We do. Did you see that Madonna and Elton John have made peace?
That was beautiful.
It was very beautiful.
Yeah.
Madonna posted on her Instagram. She went to see Elton John perform on SNL this weekend. Wow. She basically remembered when she was growing up to his music and seeing him perform when I was in high school changed the course of my life. She says, quote, over the decades, it hurt me to know that someone I admired so much shared his dislike of me publicly as an artist. I didn't understand it. I was told Elton John was the musical guest on SNL and I decided to go. I needed to go backstage and confront him. When I met him, the first thing out of his mouth was, forgive me. And the wall between us fell down.
First of all, I never knew that they had never met. I figured they didn't like each other because of some reason, like they met, they didn't get along, something.
Right.
And so I found out through this that this was their first time meeting. And I remember like hearing throughout the years, every time Elton John had the chance to like talk shit about Madonna like, on TV, like he would.
Yes.
And so I figured their feud was just very much like they didn't get along, they didn't like each other, whatever. And it turns out it's just like when she came out, Elton John was just being a little bit of a bitch, like just being a little bit of a catty gay.
Yes.
And I find that kind of funny, but it's also kind of sad that it led to this decades-long sort of rivalry between them.
It also is funny to me because these days I feel like Elton John, as he has, grown older and as like an elder statesman of pop, is so loving and giving to like these new artists as they debut. Like Chappell Roan's already been over to his house and they've played together.
Yeah, Lil Nas X,
Ollie Alexander, we were talking about before this. Like he has such close relationships to all of these artists that
Lady Gaga when she came out.
Any sort of, and maybe that didn't help with the Madonna dislike.
Sure.
But I'm glad they've buried the hatchet because the thing is, there are only so many years we're here on this earth, and these are two great artists, and clearly she grew up, idolizing him, and the fact that they've, found their common ground, it's a beautiful thing. It's like when Gaga and Madonna posted that picture together, holding Gaga's Oscar and stuff. It's like, oh, look at you two.
I know.
Friends.
Let's all be friends,
Let's
guys.
all be friends.
Yeah.
Next, how are we going to really mend fences between Mariah and J-Lo is the question. J-Lo has I think she's doing cool shit right now because she's headlining World Pride, which people have questions about because she's, straight. But also, I believe, and don't quote me on this, but I believe she uses they, them pronouns when discussing one of her children who's like been escorting J-Lo on red carpets. And I don't know. I don't know what that means. But I think maybe she is an ally in a closer sense. And I think that is beautiful. And maybe that could be the connective tissue. And Mariah could be like, oh my God, I have some rainbow merch that I can send you and your family. That would be lovely.
Yeah. I think that would be lovely.
Yeah, you don't believe, it doesn't seem like you're on board with the plan.
I'm on board with a plan to see them get it. Because the thing is like there's a rivalry between them because the music labels like pitted them against each other.
Yes.
So it's not necessarily any reason in particular.
Right.
Like no one was really being mean to someone for no reason. It's just like, so
yeah,
I think that piece can be made. I think we can Well, I mean, you know your girl more than I do. So
Yes. I think if they met and talked, there would be a path forward. I do.
I think they'd be polite. I think they would always be polite to each other and everything.
It's just also now become such a big meme that Mariah just like plays into it because it's like, oh, people like this.
I don't know her.
It's
quote
funny.
It is funny.
It's funny. What can you say? But you know, we're anti-bully here at Two Gay Mats, except when someone needs to be bullied. And so Keke Palmer was bullied into canceling that Jonathan Majors episode of her podcast, and I said, bullying works. Thank you to everyone. I hope you didn't say too many mean things to Keke.
No.
But
she's just trying to get a show off the ground. I mean, that's what we're trying to do.
Sure.
You know.
We're not interviewing abusers who are not really taking accountability for their actions. But I think sometimes the public feedback you get, even if it's, not something you're expecting and wanting to hear, maybe it can steer you in the right direction.
Sure. And she's just like, and you know what? I'm not really going to say anything about
right.
it. I'm just going to not release the episode, say this is not what the people want right now.
Yes.
It's not what they're asking for. So she did it quietly. She didn't make a whole hubbub about it. She was just like, I've heard you all.
Yes.
And this episode will not be airing.
And I think that's great. I love when episodes that don't need to air do not air. But speaking of feuds, this one I don't feel like it's going to die down anytime soon because The White Lotus, which had its finale this past Monday, and if you want to hear me and Janie talk about that, it's on Patreon at the $10 level. But Mike White has fired back at his former White Lotus composer, and he's
fired back is strong. I saw this quote. This was not firing back. It was literally just explaining the situation.
He says, quote, "I don't think he respected me. It was kind of a bitch move." Dun, dun, dun,
okay,
dun,
maybe that phrase is a little bit of a fire back.
Yes.
But then he kind of explained.
Yeah, he says basically we never really even fought. He says we feuded. I don't think I ever had a fight with him except for maybe some emails. It was basically me giving him notes. I don't think he liked to go through the process of getting notes from me or wanting revisions because he didn't respect me. And so, he goes on. I think he's also taking issue to some of the critiques of the season being slower than the others. And, everyone handles criticism in their way. People are mad at me that I didn't like that Miley Cyrus song, and I've decided to rise above it.
Yes, by just ignoring.
Ignoring it. I don't even see the comments, y'all.
But this is kind of what I expected it to be like, oh, Mike White had some notes for the composer, and the composer was just like, I don't want to take these notes. And Mike White was just like, well, I'm the showrunner, so I want you to take these notes. And the composer was just like, well, I quit. And Mike White was probably just like, all right. I love how Mike White's just like, it wasn't even a fight. It was just, we just sent some emails back and forth, and that was that. So, which is usually kind of how it goes. It's like when you're in charge of something, you're like, oh, I'm just doing what I need to do. And then the person on the other end is just like, oh.
It's also so hard to read tone via text, like via an email. It's like when you're giving that kind of thing, I'm if there's a way to get us on the phone so that we can verbally hear, you can hear the inflections of my voice. You can hear I'm not coming at you.
Yeah.
I think that's better, especially with like a sensitive artiste.
Yes. And that's why people are so evil to each other on Twitter and shit. It's because tone is not read well when it's written.
Never.
If you're just sort of saying something that's an opinion that you don't like to hear and you're trying to word it in a friendly way, it still comes across as aggressive a lot of times. And so that's why people are so volatile and so just aggressive on social media because they think everyone is fighting you. It's like if you have some sort of dissenting opinion, it feels like a fight a lot of times, especially because some people are not good at cushioning things. Some people just don't know how to, they're not great with the written word.
Yes.
And so, so I could see, especially when you're stressed, people Mike White's position, everything, when they send emails, they're just firing off really quickly, simple sentences probably that sound kind of curt. Whereas when I send an email, I'm just like, I hope you're having a great week. I'd love to talk about blah, blah, blah. And then end every sentence with a ha-ha, exclamation point. Thank you so much, Matt Steele.
I'm somewhere in the middle. Because at some point it's I can't throw in another ha-ha or another exclamation.
I add in ha-has and exclamations, and then I read through it, and then I choose which ones to delete.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think that's the right way to do it.
Yeah.
I feel like also if you have not watched the finale of The White Lotus, I'm just going to talk about it for 1 second. So, spoiler alert. I'm still devastated that Amy Lou Wood, who plays Chelsea on the show, did not make it to the end. She passed away because Walton Goggins, her beloved, was in a shootout, and that was tough to watch. And Guy Talk having to participate and said shootout and actually kill Walton Goggins, even though he's a pacifist, he's a Buddhist, he didn't want to. It was all tough. It's like one of those shows where I'm like, I know you're not supposed to feel happy at the end of it, and like it should be like a tale of what's happening in society. But in this era, to see, you know, the people that actually robbed that White Lotus go off scot-free, for that man who killed Tanya last year to basically continue just spending her money. He gave Belinda $5 million, which is nice, but nothing really bad happened to him. And then poor Chelsea, who did nothing but love Walton Goggins, dead in the water. Made me sad. I just loved her. I love her on Sex Education. She's an incredible actress, and I was sad to see her go.
Death is sad. That's all I have to say about White Lotus, guys. Death is sad.
And I knew it was coming,
yeah,
but maybe I didn't think it was coming for her.
It's coming for all of us.
It's
coming for all of us.
I know.
The
Oscars are going to introduce a best stunt design category starting in 2027. How do you feel?
I think that's exciting.
Yeah.
Because those people risk their lives.
Oh my gosh.
If anyone should get an Oscar, it's like the people who are like doing all of this shit. And so I say have at it. There's definitely, I mean, there's so much skill involved. There's so much training involved. It's such a craft.
Yeah.
And I know they're like thinking of like, oh, let's add like a casting award. Let's add this award. Let's add that award. And it's kind of like, I think stunts is, out of all the awards they're thinking of adding, makes the most sense to me as being like the first one in a while to add.
Nice.
You know, I wonder if Tom Cruise will be like, this is how I get my Oscar.
I mean,
because,
it might
he
be.
is the like king of, I am the actor who does my own stunts.
Right.
And that's why people go out and see my movies. That's why people are excited by me as an actor. So I wonder, I wonder if he might have some movie coming out.
I was going to say, because I think the final Mission Impossible with him is coming out before the 2027 Oscar season. So maybe he'll delay it just for that Oscar.
Maybe he'll be in something else though too. I can imagine he's in like a movie every other year.
I know, but at some point, I feel like maybe the days are numbered on.
Doesn't he have arthritis or something? Like a young, spry homosexual, I have a tiny little bit of arthritis in my neck. I watch someone literally do anything, and I'm just like, oh.
The pain.
I
know.
And then I like try to do it, and I'm like, no, I still feel pretty good, but still just like the shit he does.
Right.
I'm like, aren't you hurting? The shit any of those stunt people do, I'm just like, aren't you hurting?
Are you sure arthritis feeling a little better?
Aren't you scared? But then again, like Katy Perry's just like, yeah, put me in a fucking spaceship for 11 minutes.
Answer my question. Is your arthritis feeling better?
No. Oh. It's arthritis. It doesn't feel better.
Well, you go to your physical therapies. It comes up on my...
It's become less achy when I wake up.
I love that.
Yeah. So like the muscles around it have gotten better.
Yes.
In terms of pain, but the actual arthritis is still there and will be until the day I perish.
Well, we'll see that on the White Lotus next season.
Oh, okay. If I'm in season 4 of the White Lotus, I'm the character that dies from arthritis.
That would be thrilling.
I know. I'd be thrilled because it means I booked something.
How do you feel about this? Megan is returning to movie theaters with Meta's Movie Mates technology, which will allow moviegoers to second screen during the film to access exclusive content, trivia, and behind-the-scenes info in real time.
Is this every showing? Or is this special
It
showing?
must be special, right?
It better be.
Yeah.
It better be.
There are people, basically, there are film purists who are like, I realize that this is probably the only way. Like, this is something that's going to keep happening, but it still feels weird that we're building in something to distract. Yeah, audience interaction, something to distract you from the film that we've spent.
From the actual art.
Right, the art that we've created. And I'm like, that does seem odd. It's like, I would never pull my phone out in a movie theater, but I feel sometimes if the movie's a little boring, I'll pull it out at home. But even then, I'm like, oh, I feel bad. I should just turn this off because like someone really worked hard on this. But in the theater, if they're like helping you do that, I'm like, huh.
And I guess, sometimes it works for stuff like Rocky Horror Picture Show has very much become that. People go to interact with the movie and everything.
I like The Room.
Yeah, exactly. And so Megan, I think, is probably just like, since the first movie is like very much a cult classic, we're going to make the sequel something that can be more interactive. And that is why I go to movie theaters at 10 o'clock on a Tuesday night. And because it's like, there's just 3 of us in that theater having a quiet time.
Yes.
So even if I like go see Megan 2, I don't think I will be, and I don't think I'll be distracted by all of this because the people who go to a movie theater at a Tuesday at 10 o'clock at night are not, they're not there.
They're not there for
the audience participation.
No, second screens.
No.
They're remaking The Bodyguard.
I feel like they're always remaking The Bodyguard or something. They always say they're gonna do it, and then it just like never happens.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't think of anyone top of mind. It's also hard when it was Whitney Houston, you know?
And everyone's like, oh, it should be Beyonce. And I'm kind of just like, Beyonce, I don't think would be interested in starring in a remake of, like, Beyonce is at a point in her career where she's just like, no, I'm not going to participate in like the reference of something else that's
artist.
Iconic.
Yeah, because I'm the icon.
I am the icon.
Yes.
But you know, like Gaga was very successful in A Star Is Born.
Yes.
But I feel like the original A Star Is Borns are a little different than something like The Bodyguard, because with The Bodyguard, there was such an iconic album attached to it. And yeah, like the Judy Garland A Star Is Born songs were so iconic in their own way and everything, but the album of The Bodyguard is so iconic. I don't know.
And I imagine if they do this, they'll be making all new songs because no one's going to sit up there and do "I Will Always Love You."
We're going to have a new vision for The Bodyguard.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know who they could get to do it.
Yeah, I guess we'll see whether this happens or not. But I personally don't need it. I love the original Bodyguard. Sure. I watched it, I'd say, within the past year, and I'm like, God, those songs, those performances, the chemistry between Whitney and Kevin Costner, and then Kevin Costner's speech at her funeral. I just it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's kind of like when people are like, oh, I really, really like. I'm not a person who gets excited for sequels, unless the sequel ends up being incredible. Right. You know, like a Sister Act 2
or Dune 2
or Dune 2. Well, Dune was signed on to become a
trilogy.
I think it was really signed on to become like a 2-part thing, but then it ended up becoming a trilogy type thing. I don't know, and beyond, I don't know what else they're gonna do with it, but yeah, because usually like a sequel is not as good. Sometimes they're great. Yes. Again, like Dune 2, Sister Act 2, Alice Family Values, stuff like that. But I always walk into sequels and remakes with caution. I'm not expecting too much.
Gotta proceed with caution.
You know? And that's why I loved that fucking Mean Girls movie. That's why I loved that the movie version of the musical. Because I was going in being like, it's not going to be the Mean Girls movie. Not. And so I was just like, I love this. This is a lot of fun.
I didn't dislike it. I had some problems, but I didn't dislike it.
Okay.
All right. Have you, as our Big Brother correspondent, been following the Mickey Rourke, JoJo Siwa of it all?
A bit. I have seen the clips.
I've not seen the clips. Apparently, Big Brother, first Celebrity Big Brother in the UK, I assume, warned Mickey Rourke after homophobic comments were aimed at JoJo Siwa. Apparently, during a conversation, Rourke asked Siwa if she liked girls or boys. Upon answering with girls, my partner is non-binary. Rourke responded, if I stay longer than 4 days, you won't be gay anymore. And then talked about tying her up, to which Siwa pushed back, I can guarantee I'll still be gay and I'll still be in a very happy relationship. And then he also said that he needed an FAG, referring to a cigarette, but I'm not talking about you, pointing at JoJo Siwa. And it's like, okay, what?
Yeah. Okay. So first the season started and it was like, oh, JoJo Siwa is going to be in Big Brother UK. Mickey Rourke's going to be there. This is going to be fun. Lots of stuff's going to happen.
Right.
And Mickey Rourke making his entrance is so funny.
Really?
Because he's like one of the last people to enter, and in the while he's entering, JoJo Siwa had already started, of course, a conga line with the rest of the house, so Mickey Rourke, this guy who's just like, oh, go, you know, very much not a conga line type person,
right?
Comes in, and JoJo Siwa, who is conga lining is her brand,
yes,
kind of like stuff like that is her brand, like positivity. And then Mickey Rourke just enters, sees JoJo Siwa leading a conga line, and JoJo being like, "Come join!" And Mickey Rourke's just like, that was really funny, and I had really high hopes for a fun, interesting dynamic. So yeah, then early into them all sort of getting to know each other, Mickey Rourke is talking to JoJo Siwa, and what I'm interpreting from Mickey Rourke, his interaction, it seems like he thinks she's attractive. It seems like it. And then he asks,
how old is JoJo Siwa?
like, I don't know, like
20?
20 something or 20.
If you're, this man is 60s, I assume?
Yeah, but yeah.
What is wrong with you?
I know,
sorry,
but celebrities are going to celebrity, and so I imagine he found her, and this is all speculation. I don't know if this is what was his thought process in his head. I imagine he found her attractive and then asked, do you like girls or boys? She said she was a lesbian, and I feel like that made him kind of like feel weirdly insecure. And so then he started just firing off, like trying to play it cool, and then just firing off a bunch of homophobic jokes to make him seem, I truly don't even know. And just saying and making jokes like, oh, well, then I'm going to go after the lesbian. I'm going to go after the lesbian. In a sort of way of, it seemed like a sort of way of him being like, I wasn't hitting on her. She's a lesbian. Yeah, lesbian. Just making a point of lesbian, and then making a joke saying like, she won't be a lesbian by the time I'm done with her. And all the other house guests just being like, you can't make that joke.
Yeah,
that's a very...
We're not doing that.
It just seems like he very much leaned into like, I'm gonna be that guy who like makes inappropriate jokes and everyone's gonna find him funny. And then when he discovered that no one else found them funny, he leaned in even more.
Oh God!
And so Big Brother like scolded him. They were just like, you can't make these jokes, and especially you can't like talk about like she won't be lesbian by the time.
Right.
Like that's very much insinuating you're going to be inappropriate with her.
Yeah.
And so then he came out and he did apologize to her, and she was, and JoJo Siwa was like, it's cool, it's fine, very positive attitude about it. She's lovely. And so I was like, okay, this is behind us. He learned his lesson. But then apparently something else happened.
I was gonna say, did something happen on the feeds that you saw?
No, I mean, I'm not really like following the feeds closely, but apparently something else happened, which caused him to get kicked out of the house.
Yes, he has been removed from the Big Brother house as of what, like a day ago?
Yeah, I don't know if this is involving JoJo Siwa or who else it's involving, but it was probably like strike one was the first interaction with JoJo Siwa, strike two, you're out.
Right.
The
quote is, he agreed to leave following a discussion with Big Brother regarding further use of inappropriate language and instances of unacceptable behavior. So yeah, it seems like the JoJo Siwa stuff was a part of that.
Yeah, I don't know why his agent thought like, oh, I have this client and they're going to be monitored 24/7.
Right.
I know this client is pretty doesn't hold back. So why would you be like, hey, you know what a good idea for you is? Big Brother.
No.
Because Mickey Rourke is, if there's a celebrity who's not PR trained, it's
Mickey Rourke.
I mean, I just will never forget the Oscar campaign in 2008 and 2009 for...
Was this The Wrestler?
Yeah, when he was campaigning for The Wrestler, and Sean Penn was also campaigning for Milk, and Mickey Rourke just said, it's kind of funny that Sean Penn is getting all this acclaim for Milk because everyone knows he's the most homophobic guy in Hollywood or something, and it's like, what? And Sean Penn was just like, okay, and so Sean Penn had to like navigate that and not start anything and be like, Mickey Rourke is my friend. I'm sure he was just joking. This is So it's so crazy how like when people who are like young and hot in like Hollywood and they get everything thrown at them because they're young and hot and like fun, like they're seen as fun and everything. Yeah. And then they get kind of very much spoiled with all this like stuff and glitz and glamour and everything. And then as the years go on, they get older, society changes and everything, but they're still seems like they're still kind of like wanting to relive their heyday. And well, when I was young, I said all these crazy things and people thought it was funny. Yeah. Why aren't they thinking that now?
I mean, people have said that when you become famous, like before you're an adult and before you've had like adult life experiences, that you kind of get stunted at that age.
Yeah, very much.
And maybe this is an example of that. I don't know much about Mickey Rourke, but I didn't like those quotes, and I think it's best that he is gone from that house.
Yeah, not a great,
not a good look.
Mickey,
don't need that.
I don't need that.
I don't want it.
You know.
Matt Steele. Is there any other news for idiots you want to share with the people?
I don't think so.
Okay, guys, we're gonna take a quick break and then be back with more 2K Mats, the podcast. Yes, part one.
Yes,
we did it.
Yes, I'm not gonna put up with someone snoring and another person talking to their friend like being anywhere in the theater. Never ruined my experience watching The Farewell. No, not The Farewell. That's one of my favorite movies.
Why would you go to a theater to go fall asleep?
Oh, people do it all the time.
Really? You're paying?
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
I felt bad when she started crying. Oh, I didn't know she cried. That is sad.
Yeah, she started crying a little bit, and it was sad. But she handled because he apologized and everything, and I think she handled it like a pro.
Right.
So,
what level of patron do we need to be in order to watch the Gaga's Coachella concert with you? I'm very excited to see it too. I mean, we haven't discussed it, but I assume just the $5 level.
Yeah. Steele, are you watching the studio? I'm bracing myself for disappointment. I'm not watching the studio.
I will be watching the studio at some point.
Who's the one that would get the stunt Oscar, the stunt coordinator or stunt performer?
Oh, good question.
I would actually say probably the stunt coordinator probably gets that Oscar.
I had a lot of fun watching the last 5 years with you guys. Yeah, we did have a last 5 years watch party last week, and man, Jamie sucks. But Jeremy Jordan can sing his fucking face
I know,
off.
Jeremy Jordan's great.
I know, he's so good. She's great in it too, Anna Kendrick.
But it's great to just watch and just scream at Jamie the whole time and be like, fuck you!
Because I hadn't seen it in a few years, I think.
And I'm still just like my feelings.
Yep, my feelings were
still
right.
valid.
They are still the same.
They also just came into the theater in the middle of the movie. People do that all the time. They
Are they sneaking in? Do they buy a ticket for
buy a ticket for like one thing and then they just hang out at the theater all day and just use it to like sleep or like chill if they have nowhere to go. Like,
you would love the studio. Watch non-reality TV, Steele, please.
I can't. I don't have time, girl.
He's busy watching Survivor. He can't do it.
I hope all goes well for Gayle King, Katy Perry, everyone else going to space.
Absolutely.
We want everyone in space to.
Michael, have you gotten your ticket for the New York Live show?
Oh, putting Michael on the spot.
Sorry, gotta ask. Michael's here. I hope he knows it's happening. There's a link in the info section. I should have put a link in the chat, but I didn't.
It's okay.
It's okay. And if anyone else is in the New York City area, get your tickets now.
We got time, guys.
I know. We only have 5 months or whatever.
I know. We have half a year.
I know.
I suggest that the Nest performance of the last 5 years start with Kathy feeding Jamie wood chipper. So sorry. Love learning how big of an insecure.
Oh,
yeah.
I love Insecure. Great show.
I'm getting in next week.
Oh,
hopefully.
yay. Thank you. We can't wait to see you there. To meet you.
Michael Strahan went to space a few
Oh,
years.
wow. I didn't know. I always thought, this is a random thought, I feel like, I don't know if he's married, but Michael Strahan and Mariah would be a good couple.
Okay.
I think they would. I feel like whenever Mariah, especially during she was with Brian at the time, but when she was at Caution era and would be on whichever morning show he's one of the hosts of, maybe Good Morning America.
I think he is married. I want to say he was on The View a couple weeks ago because his daughter had cancer or something, and she beat it, and so they did like a documentary about
that's
it or
amazing.
something. So he was promoting that on The View, or I mean, I guess that he could be.
But
divorced,
I imagine he's whatever AMC morning or ABC morning show it is. If The View's ABC too, right?
Yeah. Is Michael Strahan married, guys?
Yeah, is he married?
Maybe she likes Anderson .Paak.
That's true. She and Anderson .Paak are doing well together. I will say one exciting thing about the remix collections that we're getting with Emancipation. I think Kate Renata and I don't even know the other producer's name. It's cool to see her working with like cool young producers who do different things.
Yeah.
And that kind of gets me excited about the idea of her new album having these kind of productions by Kate Renata, by Anderson .Paak, people she's never worked with before.
And she worked with like new people for Caution,
And
right? And
so
she
good.
saw like that the fans were just like, yes, this is exciting.
Yes, it was great.
So
What album are you thinking of reacting to for April? I don't think we have one. Yeah. But we'll do Miley for May.
I'm hoping to win Coachella tickets, which will be announced tomorrow, so that I can see Lady Gaga.
Oh, that would be amazing. Good luck. We're rooting for you.
Any tips on growing hair with a receding hairline?
No.
don't know.
I don't think we're the ones to. I just cut it all off, babe. I hate my 30s. No, 30s will be fun.
You look great.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like I see ads for like
Hims and
stuff has like hair things you can put on.
I saw that people are having like weird, interesting results with Sacred, where it's just like people who are like slowly balding, like the hair.
Really?
I don't want to spread these things online if it's not true, but I hear Sacred's like a phenomenal product.
That's what I've heard too.
For curly hair,
amazing.
for like all curly hair. Like
are you gonna get some?
I kind of want to try it.
Oh my god! Imagine
wanna
you
try
getting
it.
a Sacred deal and not me.
Oh my
so
God,
rude.
Beyonce.
He's white. You can't do it.
Hire me.
Yeah, Ellie said Sacred. Rogaine, I heard might work. But yes, because also we'll figure it out next week probably. But I'm not going to be on the podcast in 2 weeks because I'm going to be back home for my high school reunion. So Matt Steele and a lovely, lucky guest are going to record the podcast alone. And I'm going to give you my podcast recorder, and you'll get the mics. We'll set it up together. You'll film it with your camera. You'll send me the audio, and then you'll line it up with the video. It's going to be great. And then you'll just premiere it on YouTube. Okay. Oh, yay. Someone just subscribed. They like when people subscribe.
I know you see the little avocado.
Dancing avocado.
Do y'all see the avocado?
They do.
Okay, great. Have you seen Ryan Coogler's new movie Sinners? Is that yeah, I'm excited to see it.
No, I didn't
hear
know.
It's fantastic. And someone pointed out, it's just like, this is the first time Ryan Coogler is not tied down by a movie that's based on real events or like an IP thing.
Oh, nice.
And so it's like the first time you get to really see him do exactly what he wants to do. You know, no Steele, you should have to try it. I have big curls, and those products make my hair so soft.
Oh,
see, my problem is my curls are too soft.
Oh,
so my curls fall out because they're so soft. So I need something that will frizz my hair a little more. Actually, not frizz, but like make it a little more textured. So maybe Sacred isn't for me.
Maybe not.
But I'll try it. Say I did it.
It's always like, no, I'm in my 30s. And then after that, it's just like, well, I'm 60 now. That's funny.
My mom saw her 40th anniversary high school peeps on Facebook and then clicked off the link in disgust.
Gross. I mean, I have not kept up with a lot of them, but I have enough friends that are going that I'm like, okay, I am going to have a great time. Like, I have enough people that I know are cool and great and not MAGA that I'm like, this is going to be great.
Yeah. Wait, I'm circling back around because Seth Rogen was literally on your crush list watch.
Michael, let it go. He doesn't.
I do not see something just because I think someone's hot in it. Like I truly don't know how people live their lives like that. Like I'm just like, if I'm not interested, and I'm not saying that I am not interested in the studio, but this is just a tangent. I do know some people are just like, oh, I see this movie that someone's in just because I find the person hot, and I'm just like, you're gonna waste an hour and a half of your life on something that could be bad.
I watched that.
You can look at pictures of him online.
Remember that sitcom with the hot guy from Law and Order? I watched that.
There was a period of time where he was in a Maloney kit.
Yes. What was his sitcom called?
I don't remember, but you were just obsessed with everything he did for a period of time.
You watched
and I was like, well, obviously, yes.
Videos from Oz.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you do?
I mean, yeah. Well, I'm surprised he wasn't in your.
I had a phase. What was his sitcom?
You were deep in that phase for a period of like 3 months.
Surviving Jack.
Yeah.
That was
my curls are too soft, and I'm too scared to drop the money for Sacred because if I don't like it, I don't want to keep spending that much. Fair. Yeah, and I mean, I have my tried and true Euphoria curl and defining solution, and to use something else is scary.
Right. I'll watch anything Glenn Powell is in because he's hot. I'm not afraid to say it. I feel like I watched something bad with him. It was that Sydney Sweeney movie with him. Oof.
You watched that?
I did. I think I watched it over Christmas, and it was on Netflix. Like, it wasn't. I didn't pay for it. But boof, awful. It's so bad.
Well, just listen to Miley Cyrus's new video song, End of the World, and loved it. Song of the summer. But rumor is she plagiarized the melody off a Mexican pop legend.
Paulina Rubio's song, Mio. I read something about that on one of our videos, and I think they both might have sampled the same song. So it's fine. I like Into the World a lot. So that was not the song I was talking about earlier. Something Beautiful, which has great verses. I will say, it's not just me. I've seen multiple, maybe this is a coincidence, but Black people on TikTok being like, wow, I really thought Miley was on to something, but then she freaks out 1 minute into this. And I was like, thank you. It's not just me.
I don't mind it. I'm like, okay, but I'm not going to listen to it again. Right. like I'm not going to that song's not going to be on repeat for me.
Do you guys watch the Singer Tank's R&B Money podcast? Jermaine Dupri was on it. I don't watch the podcast, but whenever there's a clip going around where someone talks about Mariah, I watch that. And it's great.
Okay.
Something Beautiful is going to be something beautiful. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Anyone But You is bad. I couldn't believe people were saying rom-coms are back now.
They were saying that because it was successful. It made a bunch of money, but I don't get it. I loved Glenn Powell and Set It Up. And I also fell in love with him in Hidden Figures. I was like, oh.
Yeah, he wasn't that.
He's a cutie. And look at him now. He's like the A-lister of all A-listers.
Glenn
Powell.
What's going to be his Oscar bait movie?
I don't know. I do not know.
I know. Oh, my God. Where's his Oscar vehicle, guys?
I'm trying to think. Was there anybody that we left off of our hot list?
A lot of people. There's a lot of hot. Every celebrity's hot.
I don't think that's true.
Every celebrity's hot.
That is not true.
It is.
No, it's not.
Sorry.
There are character actors.
And a lot of times they're hot.
Sometimes they're not. You said a lot of times. You said every celebrity's hot.
A lot of times the Broadway character actors now are all hot.
Are they really?
That's
ridiculous. Especially because it's Broadway. It's like people are so far away from them.
And there are no. I could rant about this.
Why can't the character if the character is like quirky, don't just put like glasses on a hot guy. Give a real quirky person a shot.
They put glasses on.
That's so rude.
Hi, Matt. It's good to see you steal. You putting Jonathan Bailey as 10th is a hate crime.
Oh yes.
Listen.
Palmer, your taste is impeccable. Thanks.
Listen, every guy on both of our lists is hot. Okay, so
not every celeb is hot, and that's okay. Anyone but you. The humor was awkward. I felt bad for the side characters saying those lines. I like the chemistry between Glenn and Sydney, though. I do wonder if they're dating now because she called off her engagement recently, and he was seen with her at someone's was it a bachelor party? Someone's like pre-wedding festivity.
Well, that took a while to manifest because I assume they filmed it like 2 years ago.
Right. He used to have a big crush on Freddie Prinze Jr. and now he is no longer hot. I think he still looks good.
He looks good.
Exactly. Why is Seymour stunning? Get it together.
And honestly,
Broadway.
It's not even so much because there are some people who have a character actor look on Broadway. Yeah. My issue with character performances on Broadway now is no one has a character voice. Everyone has the same pop voice. Yeah. And so there are truly no. There are no big Broadway people under the age of 45 that has a distinct Broadway, a distinct voice to me. It's I feel like Adina and Marissa Jarrett Winokur and Sutton Foster a little bit are the last where I'm kind of just I could pick this voice out of a lineup. But we love everyone.
We love everyone. She went to his sister's wedding. There you go. It's amazing how Buffy is coming back. Yeah, I hear it's being rebooted. Love that.
Everything's being rebooted.
I mean,
I'll believe it when I see it.
Not buying it?
Everything's being rebooted. Everything is, and I'm just okay. All right. I don't understand because the reboot isn't going to be as good. I don't understand why people get excited about it.
I think because they just miss the characters and want to see them again.
But then the characters pop up in the reboot and they're just oh, this sucked. And I'm yeah, so
they don't always suck. The Saved by the Bell reboot is excellent, and I can't believe it got canceled. It's so funny and well done.
At that point, in that time in history, everything was a reboot.
That's true.
Everything was a reboot. So it was just everything was oversaturated.
And it also, the Saved by the Bell one, I feel worked because it was a very different type of show than the original. It was not trying to recreate the vibe of the original show. It was kind of turning it on its head, which I really liked. So I think that was the first show that I really got into on Peacock. That was also before Housewives went to Peacock.
Sure.
And now I'm all about Peacock. Can't believe the Cowboy Carter tour is starting soon. Oh, it's true. Also, I lowered my ticket prices. So if you want to buy, I have 2 tickets to Cowboy Carter on May 1st in LA if y'all want to buy them. Let me put it in the chat because I need these shits to sell, baby. I'm going to lose money.
I agree the Veronica Mars reboot was Veronica Mars had a reboot?
I didn't know that had a reboot.
Buffy, I can't imagine who plays Spike James Marsters.
James Marsden?
Was so hot.
Oh.
I don't know. I didn't watch Buffy.
I didn't either. Can I share this link?
I actually liked the reboot. Okay.
Of which one? Buffy?
I guess Veronica Mars. I don't think the Buffy one has happened yet.
Oh.
That's the thing. It's all these reboots are being announced, and I'm always just I thought that happened already. Isn't that out? And it's because they all just mush together to me. But
hold on. Sorry, I'm going to try to post a stub. If you see a stub up link, click it and buy my tickets.
Click it and buy tickets.
And also buy tickets to our show. Just buy all the tickets you see.
You just are greedy for money.
I'm so greedy.
God, you got to pay your taxes, don't you?
I did have to pay those damn taxes. I really freaking did.
A Charmed reboot could work. I don't care. Want it. I don't want a Charmed reboot. I don't want these reboots.
A Charmed reboot already happened, and it was bad.
See, we aren't even all clear on what has been rebooted and what hasn't.
There's no way to know.
There's no way to know. Also, now there are so many like platforms that it truly could have happened and been the most successful thing, and I would never know.
It's also kind of like you'd think with all these platforms you'd get more original content.
Oh no, the platforms don't.
Why is that?
That ship sailed long ago. Netflix was the first to just be like, oh, we're gonna just create this stuff that just gets people excited for 10 minutes, so they'll sign up, and then cancel it after like a season or two. And
you don't even watch TV, so you don't get a say.
I watched TV in the 90s.
He did.
I didn't watch Charmed, but I remember Charmed being a very big thing.
Snow White's been rebooted 3 times. Oh yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think I am dying for a reboot of anything at the moment. Maybe the popularity of like the Hacks and the White Lotuses of the world will inspire more original content to be on these streamers. You never know. I feel like Apple TV Plus and Max generally have some live comedy thing that I want to watch.
Okay. I feel like the thing that made people want to reboot everything was like because the Will and Grace reboot was successful. I think because they also got like really good writers on it, and the cast was down to like do something the same exact style.
But then what happened?
And then like Roseanne tried doing it.
Yeah.
And that
it was successful, but then someone had to be killed. Someone had to be killed off the show.
It's crazy because Netflix came out the gate with original bangers, and now it's a mess, and they're removing their own originals.
That's so wild. I'll never be okay with that.
I know, and then the things just disappear forever.
I know.
I can't.
I know. It's like 12 Dates of Christmas. It's a gay show that existed, and no one will know. I can't even buy it on Apple.
That's insane.
It's
At least, like,
wild.
back in the day, you could like get stuff on iTunes.
Yes.
The fact, like, they could make money off of this.
I know, and they don't.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's some sort of legal hold.
I think it's like they can take it for taxes as a loss. It's like, we spent all this money on producing this thing, and now it's not making.
I was watching your older videos today, and you used to be so harsh. Steele said he wanted something written on his tombstone, and Matt Palmer said, "I look forward to seeing it."
I like that.
What video was that?
What video was that? That's funny.
I agree about Hot Seymours. It even happens on the high school. My best friends in high school did a little shop. They just put glasses on the popular guy.
Rude. Apple TV. I will say Apple TV does love to not advertise their shows, but Severance and Shrinking are both excellent. Okay, should we do a second part? Do you have our?
Yeah. Did we got one email, but did we get
Great.
2?
We'll take one. We went on for a while in the first half. Pirating is the only way at this point. Most listened to Speak Now track.
I would say by now, it might be Enchanted.
Yeah, Enchanted, or I listen to Dear John a lot.
It actually might be. There was a period of time where I was listening to Dear John a lot.
It's a great song.
It's either Dear John or Enchanted.
I mean, Speak Now, Dear John. Sorry, what's track 6? What's after Dear John?
Mean.
All great songs. It's one of those for me.
What an album.
What songs.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I got some shit. Oh,
got
you're
some
waiting
shit?
for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Matt Palmer.
Yes.
Give us the ad, please.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to and or watching the podcast. It would mean so much to you if you went to your Spotify or Apple Podcasts and left us a 5-star rating or review. Reminder that we only accept 5 stars. If you have any criticism, you have to what? Keep it to yourself. And if you really enjoy us, go to patreon.com/2gaymats where you can get extra bonus content from us very regularly. We're going to watch the Gaga Coachella set this week and put the full reaction onto Patreon. I don't want to miss that. And if you really love us and are in the tri-state area, we have a live show that's happening this August and August 30th. It is at the Caveat Theater in the Lower East Side, and you can get tickets at 2gaymatslive.com, to spell TWO.
Lower East Side of Manhattan.
Yeah, Manhattan.
Yeah.
Is there a Lower East Side in New York of somewhere else?
No, you just said Lower East Side. I guess you're right.
Yeah, right.
I love too many details.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. You're also selling your Beyonce tickets.
Oh, yes, exactly. I'm selling my Beyonce tickets. Go to StubHub, and you're in section 436.
Everyone loves section 436.
Yes, on May 1st, if you want to be the first row in that section, go get my 2 tickets that are available now.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Matt Steele, what section of the podcast are we in?
Email my heart.
Yeah.
This is the section of the podcast where we answer any questions that you guys might have. You can be a part of Email My Heart if you email us at 2gaymats@gmail.com. 2 is spelled TWO.
Yes.
We got a wonderful question from the wonderful Bruno.
Yay.
Bruno says, separate art from artist. Hi, Mats. I'm Bruno, writing from Toronto, Canada. Because of the time difference, I'm not always able to catch the podcast live, but you're always making my Monday mornings better. I first found your channel through the Justice for JC video and have been hooked ever since. I was so happy you did another one with Daniel Bedingfield. Knowing that Steele loved Better Man, maybe it's time for a Justice for Robbie Williams video. Our ladies will always come first, but of course, some men deserve their flowers too. Now, speaking of the ones who don't...
Iconic transition.
I was recently revisiting Mary J. Blige's discography and noticed how many of her songs were produced or written by Diddy. And not just her, but also Mariah, TLC, J-Lo. I went down this rabbit hole and realized how many tracks I love by female artists. Alicia Keys, Christina, Rihanna were produced or written by Kanye West. How do you two navigate that? Are you guys able to separate the art from the artist? How can we keep celebrating our gals' hits without feeling like we're giving money to these awful men? I truly can't imagine my life without Honey. Thanks for all the joy you bring to the Cathys. Bruno, to go back to a happier topic.
Yes.
I don't know Robbie Williams' discography.
I don't either, really.
I don't either, so I don't know if I can do a justice for him because I need to get to know him more. But I can do a justice for Better Man, the movie video. So... maybe I'll talk about that a little bit.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a complex question. For me, I think all we can do with especially people like R. Kelly and Diddy who had their hands on so much music at that time, I avoid anything with their vocals on it. Anything where they're like the featured artist, I try to avoid as best I can. But if you were to avoid everything they produced or wrote on, you'd be avoiding a lot of music. Luckily, I believe, these people will be behind bars for a long time.
Sure.
So even if we are listening to Honey and giving him like a quarter of a cent by listening to that song, who knows if he'll be able to see it and use it. But I wouldn't say that I separate the art from the artist, because that sounds like an excuse that people who listen to Chris Brown say. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't actively seek out people who have done problematic things and are, abusers. I don't go out and engage with their content because I don't think you fully can separate the art from the artist. But again, as a listener, the line that I draw is like kind of anything with their vocals on it, I'm trying to avoid as much as I can. But if, Britney's Outrageous comes on, I'm not going to change it because R. Kelly produced it. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? How do you feel?
I mean, my thought is it's like, do what you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
And do what you can do. Like, don't beat yourself up if you like stream this one song by this artist all the time. And then like later on you realize like, oh, it was produced or co-written or something by this horrible person and everything. Cause like, don't beat yourself up. You didn't know. I don't know. I like, do whatever you're comfortable with. Like me, I'm okay with it just because I know that like while this one like Diddy or something like worked on a certain song, I also know that several other people worked on the song. Hopefully good people who do kind of I'm happy to give my money to my streaming ears to. It's like something I can imagine like Michael Jackson, like if you hear his songs, like some people maybe like automatically think of the horrible things that like he's accused of doing, and that makes them uncomfortable, so they choose not to listen. So it all depends on your comfort level. I'm very much like, I don't think the burden should be on you to like shoulder the guilt of whatever someone did, so go easy on yourself and just do whatever you're comfortable doing. Like, there are certain movies that are made by people who are accused of, terrible things. And I'm kind of just like, well, there are so many other people who worked on these movies. And so, but I wouldn't begrudge someone for not wanting to watch something that was directed by someone who was accused of doing
like a Woody Allen. I'm avoiding his movies, but like if someone were to say, "Oh, I watch it and I love it," I'd be like, "Oh, great, love that for you."
Exactly. So do what you're comfortable doing. You do not share their guilt.
Yes. You didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything wrong.
Yes.
So whenever people ask this question, I'm always just like, everyone's just out here doing their best, guys. Don't worry about it so much yourself. if you feel more comfortable trying to avoid, then do what you can. But if you're okay with it, then, if you want to listen to outrageous, listen to outrageous.
Right.
That's
fair.
Do what you can. Don't beat yourself up over it. It's not fair to yourself.
I agree.
So that's what I always have to say about stuff like that. I guess also with music, though, it is a little different because with a movie, it's like, yes, a director could be at the helm, but there's also several actors and also maybe it's based on a book that you like. There's more people involved. Whereas with a singing artist, the artist themselves is kind of what the product is.
Right, exactly.
Like a Michael Jackson, it's kind of just like Quincy Jones is so connected to he did Thriller, right?
Yes.
To Thriller and everything, but the it's a Michael Jackson product. So I imagine why that is a little more difficult compared to a director or something like that. But again, do what you feel comfortable doing.
Exactly.
Don't, you can only do so much.
Absolutely.
You're just trying to pay your rent.
Exactly. We're all just trying to survive in this crazy world we live in today. Whatever you can do to make yourself feel better in a way that you don't feel like that you're promoting this problematic behavior. Because it's what are you really doing? You're listening to a song. You don't have to post it on every social being I love this song and everyone involved in it, especially R. Kelly. If you don't do that, I think you're fine.
Yeah, exactly.
So Matt Steele.
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Oh, what?
What has been giving you moments, darling?
So mine is going to be a YouTube channel that I've been
my gosh,
that I've been consuming a lot of.
Okay.
It is this random YouTuber who's a movie reviewer, and I forget her name. I think occasionally she's said her name on the channel, but she just goes by Deep Focus Lens.
Okay.
YouTube channel is just Deep Focus Lens, no spaces, and she just sits in a corner of her apartment, truly no frills. She turns on a light, turns on a camera, sits in a chair, and doesn't even give the videos a thumbnail. Truly, every thumbnail is just whatever it pops up for YouTube, and she's like, "That's good enough." And she just reviews movies, and I have never seen someone review movies in such a beautifully brilliant, articulate, and thorough way. In such a way that is so she will and she is. She will talk about everything in the movie. She'll talk about every single thing that she likes and every single thing she doesn't like. She will take a masterpiece of a film and acknowledge this is a masterpiece. Here's what I don't like about it.
Right.
She is not afraid to say anything you can possibly say about these lauded films, or even say good things about movies that are that she'll pan in the review, but also be but I did like this one. She is just so detailed in all of her reviews. She has such a wonderful, beautiful way of articulating how she feels about movies. She has such a respect for cinema and just such a, and also such an understanding of how difficult cinema is to make. So she acknowledges that in her reviews, acknowledges certain flaws directors might have, or I just love listening to her reviews. They're so soothing. Whenever I do my, what's it called? Traction pillow, which is something I have to do for my neck. Where it's literally you lay on a pillow, and your neck is going backwards and you have to lay on it for 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
To create space in your neck. Cause as I said, arthritis in my neck.
Of course, yes.
And so I just love listening to one of her reviews as I'm just laying there in the dark, trying to cure my neck. And I find it so soothing. And she whenever I look at what movie should I listen to her react to or give a review of this time, I just hit it and go, and she always has something interesting to say about everything. And I'm just God, I would love to listen to her rip Devos apart. I just want to hear what she has, because she'll she's so great at finding the themes the movie's trying to convey and everything, and really diving deep into even movies that seem very one-dimensional, trying to dive deep into those themes that the director could be trying to convey. And so I just love her review. I'm just eating up her content it's chocolate chips.
I love it.
Yeah, and it's just, and I love that she is Babylon Hive.
I was gonna say, you already told me about this person, and she liked Babylon.
She will rip apart the fucking God. She doesn't rip apart the Godfather. But you get what I mean. She's not afraid to take a movie that's hugely lauded and be just I don't like this part. I don't think the director succeeds at this. And so the fact that she loved Babylon, she did have some
I'm sure she did
for certain moments and everything. But the things that you hated about Babylon, she loved. So, you know, so she's Babylon Hive. So she is my sister.
Yes.
And so, yeah. I think she's fantastic. She's just like, and I think it's weird that my giving me moments is like watching someone else review movies on YouTube.
Right.
But I just love it.
If it brings you joy, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, because she makes me think about movies in like a different way.
Yeah.
And certain movies that I love, what criticisms she has, I'm kind of just like, oh, like, yeah, I guess she has a point there, but fuck it, I love it. And she very much acknowledged, like, yeah, this movie has all these flaws and everything, but honestly, like, I was emotionally in. And she's very much like, if a movie is technically flawless, she's very much like, but where's the emotional resonance?
Oh,
you know,
wow.
like she's not afraid to say shit like that. Like, so yeah, I love everything she has to say. Even if I don't necessarily agree with everything she has to say, I just love her perspective on it.
I love that.
Yeah. So, girl, if you want to watch Devos, I would love to hear all of your takes.
I hope she does.
Oh, that'd be iconic.
Would you be like more upset if she ripped it to shreds, or if she was just like, I loved every moment of it? Because you're like, oh, well, I wanted more.
I wanted to hear what I could be doing better. You know, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, like, if someone rips Devos to shreds, I'm kind of just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, truly, I'm at a point where it's just like, whatever, I'm going to put out this, like, and it's, you know, I know how hard it is to get a movie made. So it's kind of just like, you know what, you can rip it to shreds, but hey, got it done.
Exactly.
And
it's here in the world.
It's here in the world, and it's fucking entertaining.
Yes.
So, yeah, deep focus lens. She's cool.
All right.
She's a cool gal. And I love how she just has the balls of just like, I'm not creating a thumbnail in Canva and fucking just like with a shocked face, like wild reaction to the Civil War, the movie that just came out last year, you know. So she's cool.
I love it.
I dig her. Matt Palmer, what's been giving you moments?
I have a couple of things this week. Well, first I want to say I did come on here last week during the Bravo section of the podcast and defend Kenya Moore. I need to immediately take that back.
A retraction. Guys.
I have a very quick retraction there. I do think Britt was in the wrong. Absolutely. You can't be threatening gun violence on a TV show. But she does open the episode and spend the entire episode being like, man, I was so wrong. I can't wait to apologize to Kenya. I'm coming to this event, flowers in hand. Can't wait to apologize to her. So she walks up to Kenya, and Kenya kind of blows her off, which is fine.
Oh, you can blow people off.
Blow people off. Britt leaves, but like she knows that Britt's in a place of apology. And Kenya's monologue leading up to the showing of the explicit images is so long. It's so drawn. And it's not just, the explicit images. It's like, I've found her pre and post nose jobs, and I have found all of this information. Ooh. Just like, it was so strange that she is this event that she dedicates to her daughter, the opening of this hair spa. It's all about Britt and these poster boards that she made and like glue stuck on these photographs. And it made me so uncomfortable. And it was like, okay, part of me feels like she's doing this here because she's had like the making of the hair spa was filmed several times for like previous seasons, but it always got cut because it was just like, well, nothing's really happening here. She's like, I'll make sure something happens at my hair spa event. But it was so cringy. It was so upsetting. You can't in front of a group of people, because it wasn't just the housewives. It was like a lot of strangers there just to like see Kenya open her hair spa, that are now watching explicit images that like they did not ask to see. It just was like, Kenya, you are very much in the wrong. And like, truly, you both should have been at least reprimanded, maybe let go for what you did. But like, you made this so much worse, and you can only blame yourself. Secondly, Hacks is back, and it's great.
Okay, great.
Hacks, I am such a Hacks fan. Yeah. And like, it picked up right where it left off. If you remember me talking about it, or if you're watching the end of last season, was when Ava basically blackmailed Jean Smart, Deborah is her character's name, into making her the head writer of her late night show. And so the first two episodes, they're so very much at odds. Even though they both want the show to be successful and to be as good as possible, they just hate each other so much that they're kind of torpedoing it. And the head of the network, this lady, like brought them to the house and be like, I don't know what's going on between the two of you, but you need to fix it. And if this show is not a hit in 4 months, like, you're fired. You won't have this job. There will barely be a late night left to salvage. So get it together. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. End of the second episode, it seems like they've come into a bit of a detente at least. So we're going to
Okay.
see how they can work together and see if they can make this through. But like, man, what a great show. I love it. I love it. I love it. And another show I need to talk about because it's so excellent, even though we're like only 3 episodes into it. Love on the Spectrum is just the most beautiful.
What season is this on now?
I
feel
mean,
like...
I maybe 3, but the thing is that this is the U.S. version. It started in Australia, I want to say,
okay.
and so it's the U.S. version. We're following some of the our leads who are on the spectrum and trying to find love, and they're being set up on these dates with other people on the spectrum, and it's just the most heartwarming television you could ever watch. Everyone is so open-hearted and just like trying to learn how to survive and find companionship and like be social and overcome their anxieties that are very much at the forefront. And it's just, I don't know, it's just really beautiful and succinct. And it like really highlights how fucking terrible Love is Blind has gotten. It's like you guys have stretched this show to be so much nothing within the course of an hour. There are like 4 or 5 leads on this show. Every episode, they're like, I'm going on a date. You see them on the date. They decide whether they like the person they're with or want to go on to another date. And it's just like, everything is so honest and mature. And the honesty is, I feel like, a part of the spectrum. Part of that is like, they're really not trying to cover up exactly how they feel. But it just is like so heartwarming, so beautiful. And like, I feel like you can learn a lot about dating and a lot about communication from watching them interact and watching. There's a lovely coach whose name escapes me, but like, is like, okay, if you're on a date and you don't like the person, but you want to be friends, how do you want to end the date? How do you want to say it? And I feel like we as a society, we're very much like,
we all need that coach.
We all need that fucking coach because
Yes.
everyone loves a ghosting moment.
There are definitely some men who I've talked to who need that coach.
I believe that. And that would not happen on Love on the Spectrum because you have to look your truth in the eye and you have to verbalize it. You have to communicate. And there are so many people that I want to find love, like Tanner and Connor. And I love that people are in relationship, like Danny and Adon. I just like, what a great cast of people. I want good things for every single one of them. If you want a heartwarming watch, Love on the Spectrum is that.
Okay.
Beautiful. And I feel like the season's only 7 episodes and it's shot like a documentary. It just is really, really lovely. And like,
great.
people are great. People are
I
great.
love that.
Stunning.
I love that. Do you want to do a segment of Travis Tracks?
Oh, I forgot about Travis
You forgot
Tracks.
about the segment
Absolutely.
you created.
I did.
Because I haven't even updated you on some of the tracks.
Why isn't he including me?
Because Travis, like, Matt Palmer's like, text me all of your thoughts. And Travis is just like, yeah, I'll get around to it. And it's like, no, he wants thoughts every day.
I do. All right. So you have the thoughts.
I have memorized, as y'all know, I made a playlist of pop songs for my roommate Travis, who doesn't know any pop music, all songs that he should know from the year he was born, 1991 to now.
Yes.
And so let's see. I believe the next track was that for this week was "Who Is It" by Michael Jackson. Travis's review. I didn't really feel anything.
Great.
Crazy, because that song is
It's excellent.
excellent. Hold On by Wilson Phillips. I've heard this before. It's from Bridesmaids, isn't it?
Yeah.
I really enjoy it.
Beautiful.
I Have Nothing by Whitney Houston.
I remember you told me this.
He said, I have never heard this song before, and I didn't even know I was listening to Whitney Houston.
How
when
do you hear
was
I Have
listening to it.
Nothing and not know that that's Whitney Houston?
He didn't know. And he said, really good.
He's very succinct.
I know. It's like if you don't know, if you're a person who doesn't listen to music,
Right.
like that's all you can really
Yeah,
say.
really good.
If by Janet Jackson. I couldn't understand anything she was saying.
That's the point.
I didn't really like it. And I'm like, Travis, please. Travis.
He didn't like the chorus? He didn't know what she was saying in the
No,
chorus?
he didn't know what she was saying. Next was Hero by Mariah Carey. This was a track I was considering leaving off the playlist because I was like, everyone's heard Hero.
That's what I'm
He had to
saying.
have heard, like, if he lived in the 90s, like, he has to have heard Hero by Mariah fucking Carey.
Yes.
And I asked him, I was like, I can leave Hero off, right? And he was like, how does it go? And I was like, okay, I guess we're putting it on. He listened to Hero and he said, this was beautiful. I really liked this.
I love that. People give Hero so much shit. And Hero's
Including
great.
Mariah Carey.
Including Mariah.
And I gave him the whole spiel about what Music Box means.
Time
to
Mottola,
Mariah. Time
yes.
Mottola. Yes. But it was a worldwide smash, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Next song, The Sign by Ace of Base. This is a classic.
Yes,
I've
he
heard it.
knew that.
Yes. He was
Okay.
like, this is a song I've heard several times before. It's great.
Great.
And the last one that he listened to recently was Creep by TLC.
I'm nervous. What's he going to say?
his absolute favorite of all the songs
we
have played that he has listened to so far on this playlist.
Travis.
He loved Creep.
That's great taste.
He loved Creep.
Oh,
and so
I'm
I
so
was just like,
proud.
well, next is Waterfalls. You've
Yeah.
heard Waterfalls, right? And he's like, what's that? And I was like, Travis, please.
This is what I'm saying.
So yeah, so Travis, I guess, is enjoying his playlist.
So now we're in what, 1994?
We're in 1994
Wow,
now,
we're
and we're getting
speeding
into,
through.
We're getting into 1995. Yeah, the 90s go quick.
Okay.
There's fewer things in the 90s than there are, the like
2000s.
2010s especially.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So
Oh.
yeah, Travis is plowing through the 90s.
Thank you so much for the update.
You're welcome.
I'm so glad Creep was so, high on the
He
list.
loved Creep. He loved it.
That's great taste.
Yeah.
T-Boz has the most incredible, unique fucking voice.
I know.
And I feel like we as a culture do not discuss her vocal timbre enough.
And I was talking about TLC. I was like, there's T-Boz, Left Eye Chili, Crazy, Sexy, Cool. One
Yeah.
was crazy, one was sexy, one was cool. And
course.
Travis goes, are they still together? And I was like,
baby.
I had to give him the whole rundown. And
that's tough news to break.
I'm such an educator. You know?
really
And that's why
are.
when people are like, Matt Steele, you need to watch this show. I'm busy educating my roommate about things that Matt Palmer educated me
It's
about.
true. I'm so glad. Oh my God. It's like I'm a grand mentor.
Yes,
It's like
I
I,
know.
mentored you and now you're mentoring Travis.
I mean, when I was a kid, I loved TLC.
Of
So
course.
I already knew everything.
I was
Yeah.
surprised we haven't gotten to a Aaliyah song yet.
Oh, Aaliyah's
I
coming.
assume
The
she's
Red
coming.
album is on there. Don't worry.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
So
Wow, I love Travis Tracks. My new favorite segment of the episode.
Yep.
Matt Steele, is there anything else you want to share with the people?
I don't think so.
Guys, thank you so much for listening and or watching the podcast. We'll be back next week with more 2K Mats.
Bye.
Bye. One of the best-selling groups for a reason. Their voices were so cool. Absolutely.
Who said on here they started watching The Golden Girls? Yes.
Oh, I need to start watching.
I've been waiting for decades. For
will
for
say-
Matt Palmer every couple years. I started watching Happy Endings again. And I'm like, if you don't start the
But
fucking
that's
Golden
when I'm
Girls-
going to sleep. That's like I need to watch a show that I know by heart. I can't start watching The Golden Girls as I'm falling asleep. I need to be up and awake for that. I will say, and I have not said. Travis is a little younger than us. He was born in '91.
He was born in 91, yeah.
But I don't want to say on the podcast. I don't like to tear down gay art.
Okay.
I watched the first episode of Mid-Century Modern.
Oh. Okay.
Like, I think, and maybe it's just the style I'm not used to yet. It just feels like it's so broad and so, it's like, feels dated. Like, well, it feels like Will and Grace, but Will and Grace was so cutting edge feeling at the time. And this feels so dated feeling. I don't know. I just really wanted to love it. And I don't believe Matt Bomer's character at
Well, but
all.
also I mean I haven't seen it, but
Yeah.
I mean it's got like fucking legends. Like
Yeah.
I mean Nathan Lane,
Oh.
Linda Lavin.
Yes.
Like yes.
She's one of the best parts of the show.
I mean, well, R.I.P.
I know.
But but the thing is, like, I guarantee you, they're marketing it for an older audience.
Yeah.
That
But I thought I was the older audience.
I mean, you are old, but they are like marketing it for people who do still like watch the multicams like that are on CBS right now that are still that sort of style that don't feel as current as they used to.
Paolo, I appreciate you pushing this person. You got to stop talking about it, or you're gonna get muted. This is spam.
We wish her the best, though.
Yes. Hi, Jimmy. Jimmy's coming to the live show. You want to see a ghost up in person? Come meet Ghost Jimmy.
My mom says she loves to fall asleep to the Golden Girls, but he's never seen it, so he needs to be alert. He needs to be awake. I love the brief gay character in the first episode of Golden Girls, which they brought him back. Oh yeah, he was a cut. Because originally Sophia was supposed to just be on every couple of episodes, and the gay cook was supposed to be the regular. But then after the pilot, everyone loved Sophia so much, and they were like, "Goodbye to the gay cook."
Gay cook.
And I mean, just it's the best sitcom writing on the planet.
Okay.
It's if you want great sitcom writing,
And you know I do.
and the performances, Jesus Christ.
You know I do.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh yeah. I Matt Bomer is essentially kind of like a dummy, like a grown-up Jack McFarland. I'm like, I don't know that I'm believing you in this role. I don't know. I just wanted to really like it. And maybe I'll watch more and maybe it'll grow on me.
Maybe it needs to find its footing.
Mid-Century Modern's ass, and I watched the whole season in one day.
If it's
Two
ass,
things can be
you're watching the whole season?
I mean, I guess he wants to see gay shit, and we all want it to be good. Not a ghost. He doesn't like his nickname of Ghost Jimmy, but it's fun. Matt Palmer, you've never seen. I have not seen The Golden Girls, Mama Steele. I will. Hi, Judd.
Hi, Judd.
It's good to see you. We love you too.
I'm waiting to see the HD video of Gaga before I get invested.
Of Gaga Charli? He's so dumb, it's odd. Yes. I mean, I get the jokes. Like, he's the dumb one.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. It gets better as the season goes along. Okay, maybe I'll try it. But I was not feeling it.
He's supposed to be a flight attendant.
And that dumb. I mean,
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm happy people are.
Yeah, I'm happy a gay
working.
show got made.
Happy a gay show got made.
And, Palmer, have you already planned out your birthday week yet? I mean, the actual day, not so much, but May 1st is when I'm going to see Beyonce. And then that Saturday is the day we're going to be playing Traitors. And Matt Steele has responded to Jackson's question of, would you rather
will I be a traitor or will I be a faithful?
Well, not will you. You won't know until the day of. But you said what you prefer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Travis is 33 or 34. He's 33. His birthday's in November.
How was the late 2010s drive by pop standards? What are you talking about? Everything was slow and vibey and boring.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
It's like 2015 to 2019 is abysmal, objectively abysmal. I'm so sorry. It's like we had Ariana. That's about it.
Like, I'm sure.
And even then, she didn't put out her best stuff until 2019, the end of that 5-year period, Maybe Matt Bomer should be the third gay Matt.
Welcome to, hopefully he doesn't see this clip of us talking shit about his show.
You just talk shit about his show.
I'm sorry, I didn't do it on the podcast, though. People won't listen 2 hours into a live stream, right?
They do, girl. They'll find those clips.
God, they do always find the clips. We've never done anything so bad on here.
No, we're not mean.
No. Anymore. Michael, shut up.
Single best moment from Gaga's Coachella set for each.
We haven't watched it yet. We're going to be watching it later this week. But we love that it was such a success.
Yeah. Thoughts on Game of
I know. Michael's a mess.
Sounds great.
What's
your least fave popular 2015, 2019 song? That's a great question.
I did not like the Halsey Chainsmokers.
Baby, pull me closer.
Oh,
rough.
I hate that song.
The thing. My problem with it is it's just so nondescript.
I know. It's like I've forgotten all that.
Yeah. There's just nothing to latch onto in that era. That's the only one that actually sounded like her old stuff. The rest was self-important.
Oh, you mean Star is Born? Which pop person do you want to have in? I mean, people, I don't know if are going to say it needs a comeback, but I was listening to Future Nostalgia the other day, and I was like, when Dua's great, she's so great.
It's great.
It's great. Gosh.
I don't think Dua's ever been bad.
No, but the last album didn't really do much. Didn't really do much.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's a good album.
It is good. But yeah. I'm trying to think of what R&B artists. More Mariah, please.
I'm trying to think who was big in the late 2010. I'm truly.
Halsey's the only thing that comes to mind, but I'm sure there are more people. I Needed Me by Rihanna. That was a good song.
In 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's after 2016, our girls took a break. They took a break. I hate The Name of Love by BB Rexa. That was 2016.
I don't even know what that is.
It's off limits because it connects to trauma in my life. Just kidding. Yeah, the end of the 2010s were just weird.
But it's nice that we're back in an era of big pop songs again.
Yeah. And stuff that was actively good, objectively good, people weren't hits, Bad Liar by Selena Gomez. Excellent
that
song.
That was great.
So much Julia Michaels stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. But it just wasn't hitting.
On the charts. Normani still needs to drop a music video. She said she was going to recently. I would love to see them. Are we allowed to voice our opinions, comments during the live show? During the email My Heart is going to be IRL My Heart. And so you get to go up to the microphone and ask us questions, give us commentary, whatever you feel. And we may even reprise the unpopular opinion section that happened at the last live show where it's we're not going to include this in the podcast because it's too much of a hot take.
Phones away.
Yes, but that was fun because Janie asked us during that time, what's an unpopular opinion that you wouldn't share on a podcast or on YouTube that you feel about the pop girls? And we shared.
Video idea reacting to Fifth Harmony messy moments.
That's an example of an artist that we never cared about. Fifth Harmony, like
They had some good songs.
I love Work From Home.
Work From Home.
They have some good songs, but like as a full like a group that I was invested in, no.
Again,
Those people hated each other.
again, end of the 2010s.
Yeah, it's true.
Julia Michaels' pen game is crazy.
Absolutely. You Normani fans are like Linus with the Great Pumpkin. It ain't happening. I still believe. This is like me talking about Act 3 and all the visuals from Beyonce. I believe.
All right.
You didn't believe in Act 2.
I just didn't know.
You didn't know. And they came.
And then it ended up being her album of the year.
And I know. Oh, iconic.
Oh, what's Act 3 gonna be?
I don't. Rock. It's got to be rock, right?
It has to be rock.
It's got to be.
She's not saying it's not. I mean, she doesn't say much ever, but
If you had to avoid all music written or produced by problematic men, we'd be listening. It's true.
we'd be listening to nothing.
It's true.
Yeah, it's like big like studio heads too. It's like no, these movies produced by Harvey Weinstein. I'm watching Chicago. I am watching Chicago.
Right. It's hard. OMG. Yeah, can I cheer and heckle y'all at the live show like when I like what you say or you give a wrong opinion? You can do whatever you want if you don't overdo it. I mean, there will be moments where you're asked to vote, possibly. Maybe we'll have that's what we did on our first live show, is we had a section where the audience had to vote between
for both shows.
Both shows, yes.
We had voting.
We had a voting
because
section.
we love what?
Well, was it voting in the second one, or was we played more of a game in the second one?
What we voted on, should this show even exist?
Oh, right.
Because it was a Christmas show, but it was end of November.
Yes.
And so we had the existential debate of, is it too early to celebrate the holidays? Essentially, should this live show even exist?
The question was, is it time?
Is it time?
And I think it was time one, but like people that I was very close to. Best friends of mine who came to see me.
I'm a good debater. I came with my points.
Yes, but I don't think that was it. I think they kind of just disagreed with me, but I didn't realize.
My big point was Matt Palmer himself tried to book this venue for December because he knew that December was a more appropriate time. And I was like, and so Matt Palmer himself probably doesn't even believe that it's time.
I believed it was time. And my argument was, Matt Steele doesn't care what time of year it is. He's not decorating. He is not putting anything up for Christmas. He is a year-round Scrooge. So we should not be asking. We should not be asking Matt Steele how he feels about Christmas and holidays because he doesn't involve himself in the creation of them.
I just say I love them. I just say I love them because I do. But I'm not going to put in that emotional labor because I feel like it should just wash over me naturally. You know?
Matt Palmer, when exactly was that? And when I read about Finding Neverland or Leaving Neverland.
When we saw Finding.
Even before I saw it.
I remember Leaving Neverland. I always want to call it Finding Neverland, which I love.
Speaking of content, they've wiped from the fucking content.
Finding Neverland?
Finding Neverland is not on.
Wait, Finding Neverland or Leaving Neverland?
Leaving Neverland.
Leaving Neverland.
It's not on Max anymore. It's like yes. So the moment I remember, I was like, I think I was on a date actually, and for some reason it came up. He's like, the guy I was on a date with was like, oh wait, you love Michael Jackson? Do you hear that this movie is coming out? And I was just reading about like reviews from Sundance, and I was like, I have to stop.
That was the longest 4 hours of my life.
Oh,
like, truly, I was like, just because I was just like, how is it a 4 hour documentary? Like how broken up into 2 hour segments, and the first 2 hours are literally just the time when they knew Michael Jackson.
Yes.
And so I was like, what are the next 2 hours going to be? How are they going to fill this? And they filled it.
Oh, devastating.
Yeah, it's a rough watch.
Yeah. Guys, we gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go.
I'm hungry.
Yeah,
I have to get up so early tomorrow.
Like, how many movies was Harvey Weinstein on? Yeah, he was involved in a lot. Yeah. He can go to his God's country and never come back. Goodbye, Morgan Wallen.
Bye, Morgan Wallen. And goodbye, all of you.
Goodbye,
in a much kinder sense.
In a much kinder sense.
Everyone have a lovely evening.
Yeah, you all were wonderful, as you always are.
We'll see you this time next week.
I never saw clips, and it was rough. Yeah.
Bye. Bye.